fucking pissed me off so much that I forgot the rest of the fucking session on what the fuck happened.
I
Okay.
like
Sotez got
Blue
picked
Jays
on by
opening
crab.
being the first thing stream hears.
Good, I'm fucking glad.
That's amazing.
Just immediately as I hit the stream button, all you hear is "Digit fucking died." It's fucking garbage.
Fuck both of you. Eat my ass.
Oh,
But
oh man.
the session, I believe, started still on the ocean of boiling water.
Yo.
I remember there was 2 giant crabs. One picked on Sotez a lot. They got handled pretty quickly. The water came up. Sorry, the waterfall came up. Evangeline kind of just glided down because, they have wings. Everybody else kind of had to aim for the not lower portion.
Yep.
Aim for the land, I believe was said, which is a
Pretty
terrifying
much.
thought as you're falling.
Don't aim for the water.
And then they found themselves in hell. Well, okay, the lava layer.
But say not hell.
Yeah, that's reserved for later. I know you've got a layer for us
Yeah.
of hell. But
Yeah.
yeah, lava layer. They proceeded forward, noticing all the crystals and whatnot. In this area, they found 2 of the previous adventuring group's bodies. One was the I don't know names. I don't remember the name.
Gnome, Fenley, and Marasta, the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Oh, the third one.
And there was also some little bit of foreshadowing in the fact that everybody kept noticing glints in the distance. But couldn't quite figure out what it was. And I believe the weapon was collected.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they went to do the same with the other one, and it was missing, so it could have been lost in battle, or there is a fucking pool of lava right there.
Just got fucking melted.
Although it is a magic weapon, I assume, so it'd be down there, probably still intact. Anyway, and then everybody decided to settle down around the different spots here. And in the middle of the night, as most people are asleep, Digit got turned into a squirrel on a stick.
Kebabs.
And the healing wasn't working due to something on the arrow. So that's a fun thing to look out for.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Esteban lost his prosthetic limb almost immediately. Or it's hanging there limp.
What squirrel heaven looks like. It's just squirrels.
It's just squirrels and trees.
Yep.
Which is really all squirrels need. And did you got turned back into a regular squirrel?
Yeah.
Because, well, squirrel heaven takes in squirrels, not awakened squirrels.
And unfortunately, Dirt, whatever runes were given to you for that infusion, no longer have that armor.
Yeah, that was just the what is it, necrotic, I believe. I already
Yeah.
removed that. I removed that at the end of session when I saw what happened. I was like, oh.
Just in there, I'm just gonna. Yeah, there you go. That's fucking Squirrel Heaven right there. Did everyone make their level ups from Digit's death?
God, that's a statement in hand.
I gave you guys just enough XP.
We didn't even do it.
You're right.
Like just seeing your ally die and you just hear a ding sound.
Oh, that's fucked. I didn't actually turn you into food. We didn't make you into XP.
Cool. Yep. Everybody's updated. Digit has been relegated to the dead/retired tab alongside Minerva. But yeah. So we're pretty much, I would think, almost immediately after the events of last session. So you all are kind of around Digit. What's going through everybody's head? What's everybody doing?
I think for Evangeline, you know how sometimes like in movies there's like that ringing where it's like just not fully like you're kind of zoned into a moment.
Yeah.
Which is probably because probably why she didn't hear Esteban at first about the whole arm thing. But I think as she's kind of coming back to it, and realizing that nothing she does is gonna work, she would kind of go to help Esteban because I can imagine that arm is not helping. um, so yeah, we're just going into autopilot fucking caretaker mode is what we're doing.
Hey, wait a minute.
Back in Dirt's head, he's kind of just blankly staring, but there's that little thought of, I knew I should have stayed close to the little ones. I've tried to every time. And the one time I'm not.
Yeah. Tap's kind of looking pretty, I say shocked, but like not as shocked as you might expect. Voss doesn't look very it's Voss. And the two Waterborn, it's hard to see expressions because they don't have them. Sotez is just holding Digit. But Rattletap will head over with you, Evangeline, after hearing about Esteban's arm. Kind of look to you, Esteban, and just go, arm's gone, huh?
Yeah, it seems that way. Well, I have whatever's left of it, I guess.
Well, it was a joint venture between Digit and I. I might be able to get it back online. I just got to connect it to my system instead of Digit's. That's going to take a little bit of time, probably about an hour or so.
Yeah, just do what you gotta do. Anything I can do to salvage it might be what he would have wanted.
Yeah. Just take a seat. We'll start working on you. And as he starts to work on Esteban, Rattletap will look to you, Evangeline, and go, I know this is a dumb question. Are you all right?
I think while she'd be trying to hold up the arm or hold the arm or I don't keep Esteban from tipping over, one of the three. She will just kind of nod but leave it at that.
Hmm. All right. Yeah, Round Top will continue working. What's everybody else doing? So,
Dirt will take
No.
off his cloak to wrap Digit up in.
me Digit all nice and about as ceremonially wrapped as you can.
I don't.
Jesus Christ.
Uh, Dirt will look over to Voss. He's like, I don't think Digit's bag is gonna work anymore for obvious reasons.
It is indeed on the ground as nothing more than a regular bag.
Boss will look over to you, Dirt, and just go, well, he'll kind of walk over, take out a tome, basically just named Deceased. Takes out this book, and I think this is probably the first time that anybody's really seen anything like it. What is not very comfortable to look at for, I guess, primarily you, Dirt, who's right next to him. This has everyone's name in it. Everyone that is associated with a Golden Caravan is written in this book. Everyone has a page. It's just he opens up Digit's page and he starts writing. Everybody else's pages are blank right now. But you saw one for Umu, saw one for Voss, saw one for Varaxis, Sotez, Cobb, all of them. And a slew of names you've never even seen before. All with filled-in entries. Takes about 10, 15 minutes for him to write in everything, which essentially is both a kind of remembrance for what happened with Digit, as well as a scarily detailed account of everything he had. It's, if you didn't know any better, it just looks very impersonal. But every once in a while, as you see him like kind of finish an entry, see his hand kind of pauses for a second, and then just keeps writing. And go over to the depot and kind of quietly, he'll just kind of say, he's like, most containers connect to the depot. It might take some time, but I might be able to find what was lost.
Well, that's good considering the recent additions.
Yeah.
Does the
May I
depot keep
make
them in decent condition too?
well enough, about as well as a bag of holding would.
Okay.
He'll at least stay intact enough to be properly buried somewhere.
All right. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it topside at some point. We can get him fucking burial outside of this place.
But he will open up the depot, pretty wide this time, as he kind of holds his hands out to
Was Digit's gun in his bag of holding or outside?
in.
Okay.
But Voss will hold his hands out to take Digit.
Dirt'll carefully pass him over, which
Hmm.
fairly easy considering how size
How tiny he
difference
is. Yeah. And he will very, very carefully put Digit, starts to place him into the depot. There are no perception checks this time. You see a few hands take hold of Digit and bring him inside. Digit, you are now a ghost. You may freely move about the cabin. Yeah. Voss, after Digit kind of disappears into the depot, Voss will close the lid on the box and get it all hooked back up to essentially his rig that he's got on his back.
To Voss, Dirt will be like, if you see his gun, I'd like to see that. Maybe talk with Rattletap over it too.
I'll keep that in mind. Once I find everything, I'll make sure to let everybody that was close to him know. And he'll kind of just quietly walk back over to the edge of the lava over there and just stare back out. Sotez is kind of just sitting there, just like with his hands in a position as if he was still holding Digit.
Oh. Dirt's had a moment to process. He's judging by the entry of the arrow, we can kind of tell a direction it came from. Which way?
Yeah. So it would have come off from this direction. Basically to the west, to the northwest.
Dirt's just gonna kind of stay that way.
Yep. You can give me a perception check if you so desire.
It's not gonna do great, but I'll throw one out there. Fuck it. Perception. I'll give myself a guidance too. What is that? Plus 1d4?
Yeah.
There we go. Did it roll that automatically
Nice.
for me? Cool.
Yeah, it did. Owing to, I say owing, but from the circumstances, the glint that you saw, that you guys would have seen as Digit was hit, it hasn't been that long. You look out, you don't see a whole lot of movement.
Okay. No, he's just gonna stay near the group here.
Yeah. Cool. Esteban, after a little bit of time, you start to feel the kind of numb, like faint feeling of your prosthetic arm starts to come back online. And after a little bit, you're able to reuse it.
Well, definitely doesn't feel the same.
Also, can you
Yeah.
attach Braxis to me for now? I have
Yeah.
duped him. He is not leaving my side. No more small ones on a stick.
Yup. Yeah, right. I'll
Permanently inside the carrier from now on.
Yeah, right type kind of go. Yeah, he was a bit more personable.
Before I could like feel it, but move it around a little naturally, but now it's just kind of mechanical arm, I guess. But
Like best squeeze that's going on.
no, not really. But you know, I appreciate you. At least it's an arm I can work with.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't bring it to the same. He wasn't. He was a lot more emotional with how he interacted with people. Unfortunately,
I'll say.
I'm a lot more about efficiency. So I'm sorry that I can't give you the exact same level of care.
No, this is good though.
If Digit
This
were
is
still
good.
around, I could tell you about the amount of times I essentially did experiments on the poor guy.
Oh,
It was with his consent, mind you, but it was still not a pleasant experience for him.
oh well. I guess if there was consent involved, where's was any of it like painful?
Yeah, about as painful as taking blood out of a squirrel would be. So it let him stay awake so often, be able to push through the long nights.
That sounds horrifying.
You hear a tss. It's a fucking serum. Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Okay. Well, thank you again. I appreciate your help. It's good to have two working arms again.
Yeah. You might eventually get better feeling back in there. I can't make any guarantees, but if you ever need a tune-up, let me know.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
He will go back to working on Razor, who is still missing most of one of his legs, but Rhydotap has been working kind of tirelessly.
I'm gonna, on the way by, I'll actually pass, since Evangeline's very much awake at the moment.
Yeah.
Probably won't sleep well for a while. I'll pass them Varaxis. Varaxis is gonna get used as a plushie. Sorry, bud.
Just gently placed in the damn baby Bjorn.
Something to hold on to, you know?
Oh no.
If anything, it's probably a wing cocoon.
Small ones must be protected.
But for the moment, I'll sit next to Sotez and be like, wow. You know, I knew dying was a possibility. I just didn't. You never expect it.
Yeah.
Certainly never expect to see it and not be able to do fuck all about it.
Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of people go, but I think it's good that I'm not used to it, though.
No.
We're gonna kill that son of a bitch, though.
Oh yeah. On that note, I'm gonna go talk to Rattletap. Just give him a pat on the shoulder on the way by.
Yeah. Yep, Rattletap's working on Razor right now.
Dirt will, because he's actually built one now. He'll offer to help where he can. He's not a great tinkerer or nothing, but he's helped make a little one.
Yep. You're able to kind of help with Rattletap. And it looks like that's kind of part of his, I guess, mourning or disassociation, I guess.
It's a coping mechanism. Keep your hands busy.
Throwing himself into the work.
Dirt, when he comes over to help, is going to be like, so... The crystal and Digit's gun?
Yeah.
Could that be used to make an explosive to kill, I don't know, say, a Warforged? At the very least, hurt it a lot.
You talking about the big guy?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'd need to be able to get a hold of that crystal again. From what I was hearing, there's only 2 of them in the maw. So...
we can hope it's found in the depot.
I might be able to... basically make it more volatile. But I'll need that crystal so I can start messing with it.
Alright.
Hey, Praxis, greetings.
After having the family.
It's all good. Everybody's going through their grieving motions right now. Digit has been placed into the depot. And Esteban just got his arm back up and running with Rattletap.
Many hands came out of the depot in front of everybody this time.
Yeah.
Vraxis is in the Baby Bjorn basket inside a wing cocoon at the moment. While Evangeline's probably just propped up against the rock.
Yeah, now that you're here, Varaxis, what's going through Varaxis's head? Really just throw you right into the D&D. This is only like, I'd say, probably about 45 minutes to an hour after Digit passed.
Probably a mixture of sadness and pure unbridled rage that most people could probably feel, just based off the already existing aura of hatred itself. Rex is making a full-fledged plan to first off, probably kill the hunter. Secondly, kill Theris Dune. Third, maybe the caretaker, who knows?
Old.
He's starting a list. The list of people he may have to, he's either going to have to kill or may have to kill. It depends on how it ends up. The caretaker is just on there with a question mark at this point.
Friend
Can't
or
tell if he's
foe?
help or foe. Keeps trying to kill, keeps hurting. Literally noted in there, keeps hurting Esteban's brain.
Esteban's brain, I don't know how much more it could take.
Just fully imploding right now, okay? There's a lot going on. There's a lot riding on his shoulders with fucking the caretaker and Well, who knows what that means if we fuck up there? Poor Dirt's just gonna fucking non-exist anymore, and both ways. And then there's a lot going on. And then Digit passed away, and now I don't know what to do. And I lost an arm, and I'm not really sure if that's really okay because now I have a mechanical arm. But since Digit died, and he's the one that half built it, and I don't have feeling in it, so now it's just a mechanical arm.
Well,
I'm
yes,
not
we're
really sure how
essentially,
that
coming to
works.
terms with Digit dying.
Yeah,
Not really saying anything to anybody, just kind of chilling.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Time passes. You guys will at least be able to have a short rest, unless you choose to spend some more time. But it's up to you guys. Rest more, or you could push on if you so desire, or do what you need to do.
Fuck. Trying to remember who was it that had the pick last.
I think most of the things were in the bag.
I know a lot of things were in Digit's bag, but I know there were some of it was passed over and just kept because like we kept gathering shit, crystals. I just can't remember who got it last. Oh well, don't need a pick necessarily to break crystals.
You gonna try to harvest some fire crystals here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll warn Voss what's happening too, since he's right next to me and kind of looking out over the lava.
Yeah, you can give me a survival or sleight of hand check.
Sure. Let me tweak her. There we go. Survival. Survival.
Survival. Nice. Jesus. Yeah. You were able to get decent amount. Are you looking for small crystals? Or are you looking for like just chunks? Or what are you trying to gather?
Big a piece as I can carry with me in a backpack.
Okay. I would say then you're able to, with a 29, probably be able to get, I'd say a large chunk of fire crystal.
All right.
What would happen if an impact hits that? Only one way to find out.
He's gonna walk slowly over and pick up Digit's bag that's now inert and everything's gone, and he's putting it in there. He's like, one satchel charge.
It is sticking out the bag.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
Just needs to make contact with what I need it to make contact with.
Neat.
Yeah, that's what Dirk worked on during the short rest.
Okay.
He's pulling the rattle tap, except for I don't have neat drugs to keep me going. Just
neat drugs or horrifying drugs, we don't truly know the side effects.
yeah. I put air quotes on those neat. I'm realizing you guys can't hear those.
Yeah.
Or see me doing it.
Yeah. It's funny because Rattletap is fucking ancient at this point, despite the serums that he's had bumping through his body for God knows how long. Because Rattletap was around with the first expedition. Man's in his mid to high 200s.
Damn.
Neat. Anybody doing anything else specifically?
I think she's just holding, sitting, and dissociating for, I guess, an
Yeah.
hour is what everything is
Fair.
going on.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, everybody can make their short rests, and about that time, Razor is kind of back online. Is kind of hopping around gleefully now that he's got all 4 of his legs back. Alcanor has been kind of keeping an eye on the northwest. Algrex, the southeast, hasn't found anything. But
Evangeline, what layer are we on?
I think it would take her a moment before she comes to. Layer, layer, 9?
You,
Was it
do
9?
you remember which layer we were told the hunter was on?
Was it 9? Uh, no, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Esteban, you remember things normally. Maybe
I
Dirk.
think it would be the same layer as the caretaker. No, the smith is there. He, he could be this layer. I don't think he told us where he was going to go. Maybe he did, and I just.
I
I'm not
believe the
sure.
caretaker said he was on that the hunter was on the 8th to the 9th layer, and the 7th layer was an ocean.
Okay, then this is the 8th layer. Setting character, but not on mic. Good job.
little bit of disorientation.
At least I know. At least I know who I'm gonna kill now.
I think he's here.
I hope so.
I can smell it.
Alrighty.
I
Yeah. So
promised him a quick death whenever we were talking to him, but I don't know if that's in the cards now.
God, I have a question.
hello. Yes.
Do I still see the puppy?
Yes.
Okay. Did
Every
it?
once in a while, you'll look around, and it's not closer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, did it react at all to the dynamic after Digit died?
Oh, like reacting to Digit's death?
Yeah.
It didn't. It kept staring at you. It did look off at one point. It looked at the shadowy wisp that exited Digit's body.
Interesting.
It stared at that, and then once the wisp had dissipated, it kept staring at you again.
Okay. And still no sign of the caretaker.
No sign from the caretaker.
All right, just checking.
Yep. Cool. Sotez kind of gets up from the ice fire and just kind of looks at everybody and goes, Should we keep moving? I don't know how I feel about sitting out in the open with something like that prowling around.
Yeah, have to head in a direction to find the Forge Town.
Yeah. Kind of just starts just slowly walking, and I will whoop whoop everybody.
Lots of whoop whoops.
You got whoop whooped.
I don't
Digit,
want
are
to
you
be
able to
whoop whoop.
see, or do I still need to drag your token in?
Probably still need to drag my token. Yeah, I can't see nothing.
There you go.
Turn him invisible.
He is invisible.
I'm a ghost.
He is a ghost. Yeah, you guys start walking, and surprise, surprise, it's more of the same. A lot of lava, a lot of fire crystals, a lot of rocks, a lot of heat. As you're kind of walking, you notice that there's kind of 3 different directions you guys can go. You got the north, east, and the west. But the heat here is just fucking oppressive, especially after you guys kind of pack up the ice crystal and get it stuffed back into the depot. You were reminded once again of where you guys are, and it's probably not fun for anyone.
I'm assuming there's no tracks from the hunter anywhere.
No tracks. Really, the
Okay.
only like crazy thing that you see is that you see more of the flowers, but that's about it.
Well,
Alright,
which
so
way
we
do you
pick a
guys want to
direction.
go?
Somebody roll a D3.
I want to go
Well,
wherever the
there's
hunter went, but
the really tiny path with the stone
Wow.
pillars there, and then there's the flowers that, well, they
way I
were
see
super
it is,
ominous the last time.
The way I see it is he'll show up probably whenever we turn on the Forge Town.
well, got
Big
a
path
small
forth.
path to the left, small path to the right, and a big path forward. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want this motherfucker knocking anybody into the lava with an arrow, so I prefer the top path.
Can I investigate like either path, the smaller ones?
Yeah, which one do you want to investigate first?
I guess first I'll check out the one with the flowers.
Okay. Yeah, you can. As you kind of start to approach, you can give me either investigation or perception, depending on what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna roll an investigation just to see if there's any like signs of movement or like relatively recently, or at
Yeah.
least any kind of inclination of where this might lead.
Yep. With a 23. Initially, kind of looking through this, looking around in this area, the like rock, and like kind of it's rock, but it's like slightly soft because you're essentially on cooled lava.
Right.
You see just a couple of footprints that lead off to the west.
Can I tell
Looking
if
up,
it's multiple people or just one set of footprints?
one set of footprints.
Interesting. Okay.
It doesn't look like it's there. Doesn't seem to be another track that exits. It seems like it only goes in.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the party and relay that information with everybody.
Yeah.
All right. The path with the flowers. It looks like somebody just headed that way. Relatively recently, a couple hours ago, maybe. But there's no return tracks, so I don't know how many other people might be down here with us. But there could be a lead.
Well, it's the only lead we've got so far, so I'm down.
I mean,
for
do we
that.
want to try and check out the other path too, or?
I don't really know because
You're probably the lightest footed one here. If you want to check it out, I'll stay nearby.
I'm not a sneaky one.
Same deal.
Same deal. Can I roll
you
a
with the
perception
guidance for a
first
look.
to see if I can
Yeah.
just see across this little bridge here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do that first.
Oh,
Wow, it's really smoggy down here, guys.
Yeah, I'm about to say the haze from all the heat kind of just as it's wibble wobbling. You swear that you can see like land like ahead of you. Like you can see land obviously in your immediate vicinity as you're looking across this like bridge. But you think that you see more, you don't see a whole lot of like crazy structures or anything. But otherwise, yeah, the more you're kind of staring at it, the more the heat's kind of starting to get to you.
I just want to point out that on my last level up, I upped my perception from a 4 to a 10. And I
Which
rolled
is
a nat
awesome.
1
Yeah,
because
I mean,
I'm not allowed to see. I'm not. There's a plus 10 on
I
that.
gave you a guidance.
It's
No,
it's
but I
funny
didn't use it
because
because it's not going to help me.
Yeah.
you're only allowed to see when it's the caretaker.
And it's only when I
it's
want to when I
your-
don't want to see the caretaker too.
Exactly. The spontaneous roll of perception. You're like, fuck. Oh, it's a nat 20. Of course it is.
Me looking around for this fuck to help us, nowhere to be found. All right,
Nowhere to
buddy.
be found. All right, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, then I guess I'll just take a closer look at inspect the area around the opening here.
Give me that investigation.
Have another guidance.
wow.
Wow.
Jesus.
All right. I'm
just
Holy
gonna.
fuck.
guys, I don't think he went this way. Everything is telling me he did not go this way. I don't know what's telling me he didn't go this way, but I've got a really good feeling.
If he was looking around at the entrance, could I assist?
Yeah, that's fine.
'Cause I was like right there.
Because the odds of fucking 2 nat 1s in a row, Jesus Christ.
Higher
Roll
than
one
you
more
think,
time.
never 0.
Hi, baby bear. Yes, hi.
One more time, Esteban. You got this. There we fucking go.
There you go.
Cheese and rice.
So investigation, I'll give you what that perception could have helped you out with too, just a little bit. One, there are no footprints here. 2, this bridge leads out to, there is not a single tall anything out there. It seems almost like it opens up into a massive like plain of lava and fire. What's there? Not quite sure. There could be something there, but you'd have to. You don't see any like points of interest, essentially. At least not in your current situation.
Well, there's no footsteps here. Then wherever this thing leads, whatever, if there's anything organic type of any kind, it's probably not something we want to run into. I can't imagine what would be out there in that wasteland of lava.
Oh, something not fun.
No.
Especially because it'd have home field advantage and could drag us into it.
Yeah, and I already don't swim well, but I definitely don't swim well in lava.
Will you check the next top area? I'm gonna talk to Rattle Tap again real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just gonna be like, do you know how to make a bag like Digit did? Because he's gonna show the crystal sticking out of the bag.
Trying to
Like,
make a bomb, huh?
well, right now it's just like a bag that it wouldn't explode if something impacts it.
Yeah. I might be able to get that bag up and running again. But I can't do it right now. I don't have the tools.
I'm all for blowing,
Or, well, I
especially
do, but I don't have the time.
especially the hunter up. But
Sorry,
I'd rather not blow up allies by accident before then. So
I'm a child. All I heard was, "I'm all for blowing a dude."
I mean, Dirt has none of the equipment for that, sir.
It came out of Dirt's mouth.
Yeah,
Dirt
Esteban,
doesn't have a mouth.
you're kind of Esteban, you're kind of looking in that that general direction, and this area is large enough to where a check isn't necessary. It
Okay.
just keeps going.
Oh,
It's
God.
just a long, weird lava road.
All right, so far the flower path seems best bet.
Well, it's the only sign of life.
All right, that's
Bipedal
worrying, but
at most, but
it's
yeah.
something.
Like, I don't know if it sounds dangerous, reassuring. All of it sounds bad, truthfully.
You guys gonna go down Flower Road?
I guess so.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna wub wub. Get wub wub. Wub, 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 wub. Let me drag in Ghost Digit again. That's Digit's pal. There we go. Ghost Digit. All right. You find yourselves. A couple things stand out to you immediately as you guys have walked. You walk down this path for probably a good 20, 30 minutes. One, massive crystals off in the distance. Two, a lot of flowers.
Ooh, these ones are big
But-
too.
Yeah, the thing that really stands out to you is the rather large structure suspended over the lava.
Who the hell designed this shit?
God. Just walking amongst all of these flowers that through no way these things should have fucking survived in this heat.
I know, that was what was jarring last session. I was very confused on that.
Oh, look.
It's like, surely that can't be good if
Adore.
this is the organic life that is somehow
Gonna wait till
growing down
Esteban
here.
gets close, and be like, any obvious traps on the door? We are dealing with the fucking hunter here.
Yeah, Esteban's definitely gonna check for that.
Give me a perception check.
Stay to the side, but close enough to give him room to jump back if he needs to, but close enough to react
Jesus.
if I need to.
You hear rather heavy sounding footprints. Footprints? Jesus. Footsteps.
I can
inside
hear
this
the
building.
footprints now.
Well, whoever's walking around, they aren't expecting company.
I'm gonna send a telepathic message to Dirt and Varaxis, letting them know there's something on the other side of this door. Big.
Okay.
Rex is gonna draw his sword.
You think you can get back to the others quietly? Let them know.
Yeah.
Me trying to hurry back would probably just make more noise than necessary.
Esteban is going to dash over and meet Evangeline halfway.
I imagine the other group has probably moved, probably about like here or something already.
Yeah. Just let them know that we found a door. We found a. Well, you can see it. There's definitely something inside. Something big. It doesn't know that we're here yet, but I'm not really sure how we should approach this.
Does it sound fleshy or metallic-y like dirt?
Hard to say. Whatever it is, it's got big boots.
It sounded metallic.
Yeah, it could have. It's most likely something big, like mechanical, like dirt.
Does this look like a kind of house, or what is? She just kind of peers around Esteban's shoulders to get a better look at the building.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's more of a question for God.
Sorry, say that again?
She would kind of peer around Esteban's shoulders to get a look at this building. Is it like a house or?
It looks like a facility. It doesn't look like a
Oh.
house.
I'll be real. Of the chaos gremlin in me sees crystals peeking out from underneath. It looks like the urge
Blow
just be like,
'em up. Blow 'em up.
huh? That's like having TNT
Wait.
underneath your house in Minecraft. Do it.
Maybe knock and ditch. Kind of everyone
Knock on
knock on the door and hide.
Ding dong ditch and see what comes out.
That's a
That might
big
not
door.
actually be the worst idea. You guys would all have to hide first, though.
Hey God, do I avoid my
Yep.
disadvantage for stealth if I'm not moving?
I would say sure. You're completely still, which as a robot, not as
A lot easier than
hard to do.
Then yeah, I will
Uh,
give
How
How
high
high is the how
position.
tall are these rocks?
They go up about 10 or so feet. And you guys have been very slowly going down, so it wouldn't hit you if you climbed up.
Where's
Well, I
Well,
can just
I
fly
can just
up.
fly up.
okay? I'm just trying to see what you guys are talking about.
Out of the rocks.
Out of the rocks around the building.
Yeah,
Those
Yeah, those guys.
guys.
I say there's a slot here people could fit to behind that rock.
I can just
I can
perch
just
myself
perch
up
myself up
right there.
right up there.
Braxis, you can probably hide with me around the corner as long as we're quiet. As long as we're not moving, we shouldn't be too much issue.
What are these?
What the flowers?
No, these guys up here.
Little structures.
Oh, you'd have to investigate them. Either Arcana or investigation, I would say.
I am right next to it. I can.
Emboldening bond on.
What's your investigation at, Esteban?
+10.
You do it. Have advantage, buddy. I'll help you.
You do. I did technically ask.
True. I just meant I'm already next to him, like hanging out.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Okay. With advantage.
Plus a 1d4.
Oh, plus a D4.
Yeah. She got you with that emboldening bond.
Yeah, I saw it pop up just before I rolled.
These sound like pipes.
Huh.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, there's only one real thing you can really
Hey,
pump around here,
Another
right?
question, God.
Yo,
Are they putting off any heat?
they are putting off heat.
Okay, cool. Thought so. Just making sure. That's a little worrying, but it is what it is. But everybody else seems to be in position, so we'll wait for you, Esteban.
Everybody who is hiding, please give me stealth checks.
Yep.
Does it make the most sense if I just knock here and dash and dive behind a rock or around the corner?
That's what I figured.
Woo!
The 6 is
we
crazy.
worked, man. This is why I'm glad I put us together. No, come on. That was a 19. Fuck you, game.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Evangeline was sitting on a 19 there. You can't tell me otherwise. It just teetered over.
Wants to see me roll. Yeah.
My God!
This is a
Sir.
failed mission from the beginning, apparently.
We have. It has only been an hour. That is Jesus Christ.
I'll take 3
I don't know
nat
how you're gonna
ones
do it.
for
I don't know how
100
you're
for
gonna do it,
each.
but you should throw those dice out.
Oh,
put
but
those
I
in
like
this
my
too,
green dice. But I think it's time to find new green dice. Is this
You
not
gotta
working
put 'em in
out?
dice jail, buddy.
Why?
Yeah, you knock. And go ahead and give me perception checks.
Is that just him because he's right there? Or...
No, you guys who are nearby that door can do it too.
Okay. Yeah. Don't forget your D4s, guys. You can use them liberally right now. It's just once per round in combat.
Yeah, you can use
Yeah,
it
you
as
can
much
use
as
it
you
as much as you
right
want
now.
right now.
Cool. That is that's a 21 for me.
That's a 23 for me.
Sick.
Look at all you guys rolling high. Meanwhile, I've got a 14.
I have such a fucking crutch on my rolls, dude. It's not good. My rolls are not good.
Yeah. You were hearing footsteps before, kind of just walking around. You do not hear them anymore. So either they've stopped moving, or they've gotten real quiet.
It reaches over, just like tap tap. What's that?
Oh my God, no, not the book.
Jesus
Can I share with
Christ.
you the good word of Bahamut? It's fine.
I think we lost Esteban. Don't worry, person inside. I go quiet when I hear the missionaries too.
There's no go away, just silence.
Silence.
They can't hear me. They'll think I'm away for the day.
Hold on,
Hold on, you've already joined the missionary cult, you fucking bastard.
There's a bunch of different cults in this world. Whole fuck ton of them. I'm not a part of theirs.
Yeah, you just you joined the Valor surfer dude one.
Yeah.
Does it come with a free surfboard?
Clearly, I don't answer the door for every other fucking cult that shows up, just my own. And I think I'd know if it's Sotez that's knocking.
Will Palor appreciate you calling it a cult?
Potato, potato.
That was
Blue Jay
Blue
above
Jay above board being a silly goose.
Silly goose.
Being a silly goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's everybody doing?
I don't know. That's what I've been asking. In character.
No.
So like through my perception check, all I can really pick up on here is that there's no movement anymore.
Yeah, there is no movement.
Oh
And
boy.
with that perception check, you're fairly confident that, yeah, that it's not that you don't hear the footsteps anymore. There is a distinct lack of footsteps.
Yeah, there's I don't know, maybe we can
Is the door
Is the door
unlocked?
unlocked?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about trying the door just because there's no footsteps.
Here. Take this
Sometimes
back
it
up.
always just means they
He's
stop
gonna pass
moving.
the bag with the explosive in it.
You're passing me the bag of explosives.
Uh-huh. And he told you to back up because Dirt's gonna try the door and he doesn't want you right there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's for the best. I'm gonna go
Listen,
stand behind
as
this
the
rock.
most dexterous person here, I'd rather have you have the explosives.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Alright, Dirt's gonna try the door.
The door does open.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! That just it fucking closes.
Yeah.
Esteban, you have a clear look inside too from there. Fuck.
That looks spooky.
Dirt.
Why
You
you
hear
say
a
you're just
growl
crying?
inside that building.
Wait. We don't know what's in, I mean, I can see what's in there, but I don't know if
Oh my god.
just because I can't see a person doesn't mean
Dirt, you
anything.
want to go first? You want me to go first? A lot of
Maybe
vicious
we
murder
should-
built up inside of me.
Dirt. Dirt. You look over to. Oh, fuck. Dirt. No sooner than you come around the corner, you see this fucking creature leap at you and try to grab you. Give me a contested strength roll against this guy.
I'm not good at strength, but I will do so.
Only I could give it the universal sack tap of revenge.
I'm not
Oh,
good at
boy.
strength.
You get fucking tackled to the ground.
What the fuck is that?
Lovely.
I launched my
Um,
kobold self at it.
Oh, guys, come on!
You. Well, you know, I'll let the other guy describe himself. Maraska, would you please describe your character?
You see this like Dirt, he is your size, only maybe looking larger just because of all the draconic shit that is just adorning this dragonborn. He's completely comprised of what looks like metal and maybe some bone, armor that is black as that night silver, but with these gold and platinum embellishments and accents, and these deep deep crimson eyes that almost seem like flame, but not like overly bright or anything. Like you see these just eyes staring down at you.
Hello.
What color were the Rogue Warforged eyes again?
Non-existent.
Okay.
So he's just completely got you pinned. One metal claw around what would be your throat, and the other is poised just under one of your armor plates. Like he's ready to go. And he's just staring at you with this horrible growl and this tail of like segmented plate almost, very slowly, just like waving behind him. He hasn't said a word.
Hi.
I will ask you
Please?
one time to release dirt, please.
He looks at you, Veraxis, and the only thing that you can interpret it as is a glare.
Listen, buddy, I'm not in the mood. I done lost my squirrel friend while I was down here.
And he slowly looks at Evangeline and Esteban.
Look, bud,
Hi.
you've got a few seconds before this turns into an actual fight.
Yeah,
I don't have
let's not
patience.
fight, please. How about we avoid hurting
Tell that
each other?
motherfucker that's on my chest.
Okay. Hey, can we maybe be a little bit less hostile and please get off of Dirt? Which is
You
him.
see-
Hi, this is Dirt.
You see
Move.
him watching you, Evangeline, and he's looks at you almost like he's trying to place you, like something's off. But seeing that none of you are just openly attacking, he slowly gets off of Dirt. And standing fully, he's just about Dirt's size, if not, give or take a little bit.
Thank you. See, that wasn't hard. Okay. I'm Evangeline.
His head
You
cocks at that.
I'm sure you probably have a name too that maybe you would like to share with us.
Who's with you?
Turns
No
back.
one survives down here.
Oh, well, we have quite a few people. So this is Veraxis, and this is Esteban. And then outside, we have a couple of people with us. I I can tell you all their names, or maybe you could meet them so you can see that we're not crazy.
Crazy. You've come this deep. Are you sure?
Okay, that's a fair point. Um,
Somebody's got to save the world.
He looks at you as you say that. God. Not something I'm used to hearing from your type.
Oh no, he's racist.
No.
He
Yeah, I get
like
it a lot.
looks Veraxis up and down. Her influence
nice.
is not there.
Yeah, progress.
No, I'm a paladin of Knoll. I broke my oath when I came here.
I see.
I've got to kill her egg, actually. That's a whole different thing. I'll get into that eventually.
That one's more of
Looks
like
down at
a
Dirt.
fool's errand, you know.
Was that above border in game?
That one was in game.
So, as he's reaching a hand, he offers a hand out to Dirt. He looks at you and says, "You know, you would think so. But if it's taken her this long to find another way, then it hasn't been for nothing. And he helps up Dirt, just watches him skitter behind everyone.
It's a big enough
Oh,
issue
Dirt
that
got up on his own. He
Oh,
ain't
got
gonna
you,
stick a
okay.
hand to the dude who knocked him on his ass.
He
enough
gives
of a
you like
worry
a
for-
shrug that's like, all right, fair enough.
Apparently, it's enough of a worry for her that she is sending out entire groups of her followers to try and break in Lamar to kill me in particular.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It probably would be, since they're looking for a kobold.
Well, Raylan did mention.
Did you say Raylan? He's
Yes.
alive.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Where?
In Haven Light. Up on the 4th layer.
Forward. And you see him like. It's probably the only good news he's heard in 200 years. Is that someone he used to know, hearing that they're still alive and that they're still okay, is like, it is this wave of relief, but it only lasts for maybe a second or two.
Hmm.
You see his eyes kind of go a little softer before they kind of go back to normal.
I think seeing that, she would kind of, using the thumb to point backwards kind of thing. Rattle Tap is out there too.
Which is actually where Dirt was headed hearing parts of the conversation.
We were turning back on all the courses.
Rattle Tap. Sounds gnomish.
Oh, you know him.
Oh, do I know? Oh, was he there?
Yeah, Rattletap was
Oh,
part of the first
right.
expedition with you.
Oh, that's right.
He was the gnomish tinkerer that had arrived after the first expedition had arrived into the Maw.
He came with the second expedition, that's right. Or the second caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirt, you go
So
out
that
there,
was-
you see Rattletap is currently setting charges against the pipes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Maraska is
After-
very confused and
Inside there's
unsure.
there's a Warforged. I'm imagining similar to me to the conversation, as in he was a soul of someone else stuck in a body.
Okay, so he's not a rogue?
Well, no, don't think so. The eyes are still glowing and maybe a bit paranoid, but not overly aggressive.
Aha.
God.
What's up?
Sorry.
But-
Quick question.
Yo.
Or I'll wait until after Bert's done. I'm sorry. I thought we were.
So good.
You're good. I was gonna be like, but you might have met him if he's been a more recent addition. He doesn't look like any of my model, so not from my time.
All right. He'll leave the charges on the pipe. Kind of turn the corner and sees Umaraska, and he's like, "You look familiar."
He kind of stares at Rattletap for a moment. I remembered you being taller. What's it been? 180?
See, Rattletap kind of just silently walks up to you, takes out his gauntlet, and just punches you in the chest as hard as he can.
He does not move.
And no, it causes you to actually fall
Oh,
against the
gotcha.
table.
Okay.
This is a thunder gauntlet that he's hitting you with. And he goes, "You
I'm
son of a
rattled.
bitch! You didn't think to come back up after you went down there, after you died?
He's like
What the
laying.
fuck is wrong with you?"
He's laying in the mess of this table, and he's just laughing.
Fucking bastard! Where's Fenley?
I believe you found her out there, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you didn't.
Wasn't
have that
down there?
back then. Oh, it's good to see you too, Rattletap. And
It just spits on the ground.
he like,
We could have used your help if you didn't just fucking run off.
well, we can leave that for later, but for now, no, I didn't see her down there or Gillian. I don't know what happened with them. Trust me, it wasn't my choice. But I'm here now. Unfortunately. He looks around. This isn't where I was supposed to end up.
In a hellish realm of fire?
Well, it was supposed to be the Maelstrom.
I'm gonna go keep setting charges.
I don't know if we need to. Okay. You didn't call this home,
He's
right?
having emotions.
It's picking Muraska's picking wood out from like his arbor, standing up. He's never been very well. Again, that's for later. He looks over at Dirt.
Is this where you've been working?
Or
Where'd you find this place?
I only showed up here recently. He holds out this rune stone. This was supposed to take me further. Something's gone wrong, and now I'm stuck here.
Gonna look at the runestone.
I mean, it could have been the fact that all the core seals were down at one point.
Also, Blue Jay, you wanted to say something? You got cut
Yeah,
off.
sorry.
No, it's okay. If I remember correctly, when we went up a little bit on the third layer, one of the effects I saw a draconic like warforge. Is this similar to that?
Give me a history check.
Yeah, we can't even just let Blue Jay's brain putting things together work like that.
Not when it's that
Kinda
far
toxic.
back.
No.
It's hard to tell. You do remember that it's a draconic warforged, but you can't tell exactly who they looked like. Even back then, the
Okay.
memories were kind of hazy. It's basically like looking at a hallucination or like a fever dream when you were in the third layer.
Okay. That's all I wanted, but thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Please continue.
Yeah, looking at the runes on it, does it look like I recognize the work?
It's older rune work. Unless you do an Arcana check, I don't think I can give you much more than that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely at least similar to your rune work in the way that it's old.
I'll make the check. I'm probably not going to do great. Thank
During
God
this
for
whole check,
Yeah, no.
Muraska is
Hmm.
looking really closely without trying not to be obvious about it, but he's examining Dirt up and down.
Well, I can't say I recognize the runes. I know they're old, obviously, but not something you did, likely.
Oh, this was definitely not my work. But you... He takes another kind of look around. You see him eventually where his eyes would be. They are piercing into yours, your armor. You're much older.
I feel like if I was a fleshling, I'd almost consider that offensive.
He looks around. He looks you over again. Honestly, if you're down here, it's better you're not.
You used to be made of flesh, Dirt.
I was made of flesh before anybody we've seen so far, other than maybe the caretaker, has been born.
You see, he hasn't like fully put his guard down, but seeing that one, there's at least one person he knows here, and this is not the type of group that exactly exudes hostilities. He's very much not considering any of you a threat right now. So he's not doing a whole lot. He's more observing.
I'm glad you've not gone rogue, at least.
Well, I feel like that'd be difficult with my circumstances, but that's neither here nor there. Why are you here? None of you should be here.
Well, I mean, as I said whenever we were talking a minute ago, we're kind of going through reactivating all the core seals, and we're probably gonna have to, well, kill Thurstoon. Because he's waking up and the world's gonna end.
Let me guess. Expedition.
Yep, I think Golden Caravan.
I was born
He-
here.
He steps up to Varaxis the minute all this is being said. He gets down, like crouches down, and stares him straight in the eyes. Beacon.
Yeah, working, actually.
Does it stand?
Yes, we actually have like a, well, it was like a bustling trade town until the fighting started from Tiamat sending people to kill me. Now it's more of a, well, there's a war zone outside the gate and a little bit of a war zone at their beacon.
See. He looks at Evangeline. You said Raylan was alive. Is there anyone else? How tall is Evangeline?
How tall is she?
Yes.
6'7". So yeah, you're looking down, but
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, so he like fully stands up and he's like locked eyes with you now.
I mean, for the most part, everyone, well, not everyone. That's a difficult question. It depends on who you knew and all the people I grew up with.
You were born here.
Yes.
He takes a moment, like he did with Dirt, but he is very closely observing you. Your name.
Like Evangeline.
You see his eyes brighten. You're Evangeline.
Yes.
All these years. This isn't the place for any of this. It's not safe. This deep on this layer. Wait. You mentioned there was another. Something happened.
The squirrel? Yes, he was all of our friends.
Legit.
Was,
We don't have to just call him a squirrel. His name is
yes,
Hit.
I did say that he was a squirrel whenever we met him.
I understood. Let's not refer to him as squirrel again.
Well, where
Digit.
is he?
Very dead.
How?
I presume shot by the hunter by some crazy ass shadow arrow that took his life instantly. And
He
now I have to
immediately
kill him.
goes back on the defensive. We need to leave. Now.
We do in a sense. We have to go to the Forge Town. We also need to kill him because we said we would. I don't know if that maybe sounds crazy to you or not. Actually,
To me, no.
okay, good,
But
great.
no offense
Glad.
to you all. If he so easily took out one of your own. listen. We can take time and get to know each other better later. For now, the Forge Town, it's not far, but with the hunter here, if he's already killed one of you, his gaze snaps to Esteban.
Yeah, for Dirt and Esteban, as you guys are kind of like poking around, we'll do Dirt first because you've been in that area the longest. So, a couple things stand out to you, just as it does on the map. Except there is one thing on the table that I wasn't able to quite describe because I don't have a model for it. But you find a couple of items. Claws, as you can see. A flail that kind of hums ominously. A bunch of different types of traps on the table. And what looks to be in the center of the table, it looks to be Digit's gun. But you could tell that there's differences. Whatever this is a copy. And it looks like it's in the middle of being assembled. And it's much bigger.
You, fuck, what did you say your name was?
Orozco?
Yes, I'll remember that eventually. Maybe. No, I'll get it. I'll make an attempt. Any of this yours, or did you just get here too?
I can only assume it's our unwanted friend.
So
None of
we
this
should
is
steal it
none
all.
of this is familiar to me.
Rattle tap.
You just hear a muffled, huh?
He was trying to replicate Digit's gun in here. The hunter.
Looks at it. Jesus.
I take it you know something about this?
Yeah, it's Digit's gun. Or, well,
Squirrel.
yes.
And he turns around. You traveled with a squirrel.
He was an awakened squirrel. God, you're just as rude as you were before.
200 years. Old dog, you know the saying.
Yeah.
His name's Digit, by the way. Just
The age
He's
is
Anyways.
not just a squirrel.
He fixed all of the mistakes that Digit made.
Ah, so we don't leave that here, right?
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm blowing up this facility once we're done with it.
So grab what we want and leave.
Yeah.
Dirt, grab that. You're the only one big enough to use it other than Maraska.
Rattle tap. You think you can finish what he started here?
I can sure as hell try.
Alright, I'm gonna pack up some of the other useful shit.
Yeah, Rattletap will start kind of poking around pretty quickly. He goes, Voss, we got Night Silver. Voss comes walking in.
I'm gonna Praxis. I'm just gonna lift you up and set you next to him. Fuck it.
Uppies.
You see
Yeah.
Alaska let out like a low chuckle.
Do I
Watching
need
you
another
try to
weapon
get on the
that
table.
whispers? Do I need another weapon that whispers ominously to me like my sword?
Fuck. Damn it, Digit. You were the one who had to identify.
Or do I
Oh,
need?
I have
or
no
should I
spells
grab
now.
the-
Good luck.
Or should I grab the claws?
Uh,
Or do I want another whispering weapon? The other one
well,
keeps
I
me
can only
humble
use the
at night.
one-handed. The Dirt's gonna scoop up the help. I literally
The
forgot the
flail?
name of them. Yes, flail. Thank you.
Be
My
careful,
boss
it
Voss is
whispers.
Voss is just stuffing Night Silver into the fucking depot.
I'm gonna grab the claws, God, and see how I
Okay.
like them.
You equip. I say you equip, but you grab the claws. The claws.
Very brave of you. After the last thing I touched was an amulet that was instantly incinerated.
Oh, that was from a horrible shadow temple. These are from a forge.
Oh. Yeah, Esteban's got a chest over there too to look at. I believe.
Esteban, you taking a look at that that little chest there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You gonna try to open it, or you just take
Make
a
sure
look?
it's not
Well, I'm gonna check it for trap first.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation. I think it's the
Okay.
bonus is the same either way, so.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Ooh,
I
nice.
changed my dice, guys.
Holy shit, Harry. Yeah.
Put the other one in jail.
I did, but I also learned my
Yeah.
lesson through a lot of Lime lessons to don't steal things without checking first.
As the blood gem continues to whisper to you.
It just vibrates in the pocket.
Yep. So you're kind of poking around at the chest, and you look. One, it's locked. Two, you take a look at the slot where a key would go, and you see a super tiny needle in there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not good. I'm gonna stand to the side of that. All right. Who's got something big and heavy?
I think you literally have a big heavy dude right next to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you hear
yeah.
him like step up.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
my-
Christ! You're not as subtle as
You're a
the.
large man.
You're not as subtle as the squirrel.
So, would you believe it if I say subtlety isn't my specialty?
You know,
Yes.
Surprising.
mild amounts of convincing, but yes.
You see him do what you can only assume is a grin.
That's the assumption for me. He can't
That's
facial
not fair.
expression.
He got
He's
made
probably-
with a mouth. He can at least pretend to eat shit.
Please tell me you're good at fighting things.
I think that's all he's good at.
Have you seen him?
Dirt will
Yeah,
take it.
God.
What's
All
the
right.
chest made of?
The chest is made out of metal and stone.
He's just gonna bring the weapon down.
All right,
Yeah,
just
go
make
ahead
sure
and,
you
make
stand
an
off
attack
to the
against
side
it.
of that, buddy.
Oh, he is. Yeah, so he reaches up towards his back and he pulls up this really almost fucked up looking axe. It looks like it has been at one point completely consumed in shadow, but looks closer to his armor. It has the same kind of platinum and gold embellishments on it. A lot of whatever shadow taint might be visibly present has faded, but it has lost a lot of the luster that it used to have, like hundreds of years ago. And yeah, he's just gonna bring it down.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll against it. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. So you hit it. Some of it gives way, but it looks like it's probably going to take multiple chops.
Get 2 attacks anyway.
Go ahead and roll that
I
damage.
went into the door.
It up.
That is
Bitch
fucking
and
tragic.
a half.
That is fucking tragic.
Damn.
He's gonna
It's
at this point
progress.
He's gonna try to wedge it in and wrench it open.
After probably a little bit too much time, there is
Starts
an
watching
opening.
and just like the quiet sympathy, like, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, it
Where he's
eventually.
holding the claws and watching.
Yeah, there's an opening in the chest, and you see a bunch of old gold in there, as well as a couple of potions.
He's just gonna wrench it open for Esteban. Watches that Deedle juts out of the keyhole.
Yeah, just go. It embeds itself in the fucking wall over here.
Esteban doesn't even pay attention to it. He's just eyes wide at how much is in this chest. Wow.
Yeah, you start pulling stuff out. You find fucking 200 old gold.
Ooh.
There we go.
Ah. This will make up for all my empty
and-
funds.
And you also find, give me 2 seconds.
That I totally promised to pay in the first part, and it wasn't just a ruse, and I don't have any regrets giving away that money.
Yeah, you take out 2 potions. One is like a weird, like kind of faint. It's almost translucent.
Huh.
But
It's absinthe.
it looks like it's slightly translucent, but you also see like what looks to be sand in the potion.
It's edible water.
Ugh.
You also find what looks to be basically like an oil flask.
I don't like both of these options being placed together in a floor of lava.
Esteban, don't forget the traps on the table over here.
Yeah, I want to scoop a couple of those up.
Scoop up a couple of essentially bear traps, but for
Yeah, they look like bear traps.
And while Rattletap is doing that, and Braxis is checking out his new claws on the table, are any of these tools over here look like they'd be helpful to gather crystals?
They look rusted as fuck.
Okay. Nope. That's not worth testing out.
Evangeline, look, I got claws.
He's got claws. Look, I got claws.
He's got a new toy.
He's got
Evangeline's
standing outside
while you
rob
rob this place.
I think I'll call myself Wolverine.
It's not robbing. It's appropriating gear that was left here.
Evangeline's standing outside.
All right. Well, scoop up Avraxis with his new claws, and I'm kind of like idly swinging the. Help me again, Vraxis.
Leo,
Yes, around.
does it whisper
My brain is
secrets in your ear?
short-circuiting so much right now.
As
yeah,
everybody's doing their stuff, Maraska's been going around sabotaging this place so the hunter can get fucked.
Well, it's
Yeah,
about to
maybe
explode.
It's gonna go boom soon.
Rattletap already said he was rigging it to blow. Grab everything you want and leave.
When you're down here long enough, you understand that even then, you can't be too sure. I promise you that. As he's
Well, it's
ripping
over
these
lava.
chains out of these
You know,
stone.
I would
fixtures.
agree with that if I knew that Rattletap wasn't slightly insane to some degree.
Oh,
You have not even seen. Believe me.
I have, and it's scary.
did Rattletap finish the?
He shot
Giant
me with a
gun.
needle, and I went really, really
yeah,
fast.
he's grabbed the
Sounds about
incomplete rifle, and also all of the night silver is completely gone now.
All right, then yeah, scoop up Vraxis and we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, the last time I let him shoot me with a needle,
I'm
I
gonna
went really fast.
move further back. And I'm
Yeah,
keeping an eye
no,
on
we
the
need to
path.
get the fuck out of here before I
How
hit
much
these
did
charges.
you use?
Yes.
enough to make it go away.
Rattletap,
accidentally
why
kidnapped
must you
you.
scare me?
It's not intentional.
Rattletap, I might have you teach me how to do this stuff later.
It's gonna take time, but I can try.
I've got nothing but time.
Fair
Maraska
enough.
just slowly follows behind.
Yep. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, all the NPCs start leaving. Trying to control all of them at once is fucking
I
cancer.
was about to say, we can
Um,
just cut to the boom and then the next scene again.
yeah. Yep. No. So after you guys get probably closer to the crossroads, honestly, because you guys stop at what you think is a safe distance, and then Rattletap just keeps walking. Eventually, Rattletap will stop and presses a button, and what I can only describe as what looks to be a small nuclear blast. As you see a massive, like, plume of fucking lava and little shards of fire crystal that like slam into the ground, even kind of near you as they're popping like firecrackers.
Beautiful.
You look off into the distance, and what structure you could see from where you were is no more. There is nothing left. It is a fucking crater.
Well,
Wish you could have done the temple up in the
if
desert.
he wasn't after us
No,
already,
the
he's after us
requirement-
now.
The only reason why I was able to make it go boom as much as I did is because what was in those pipes was liquid fire crystal.
That-
It's like lighting a giant grain silo of gunpowder.
Yeah, I saw the crystals growing out from underneath the thing too. So
Yeah, no, the environment helped me destroy this thing.
regardless, good show.
Let's go nature.
There is nothing natural about the maw.
Listen, the maw is nature itself in some way.
Well, maybe fucked up and twisted more than the Feywild, but sure.
Let me get
What's
rid
the-
of Digighost. There you go.
Let's say you don't even need Digighost anymore. Hooray!
Yep, no more Digighost. Cool. Maraska, you do know the way to the Forge Town. As you guys
Yeah,
are
he just starts
walking. Yep, as you guys are walking, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Wonder if I could get someone to mount these to my gauntlets on my armor. Where's my perception button? There it is.
Hell yeah, everyone.
I just wanted the extra. I don't know why.
Man, every bit helps.
It's 26 now.
Look,
You
look with your
guys-
dragon eyes.
The hunter.
At least not.
As
Bitch.
well, as you look off in the distance, and sort of around the area where that structure was, off on a cliff somewhere, you see a glint.
It's that fucking bitch.
Maraska just lets out another low, really pissed off growl.
Whoops, I kidnapped.
Can I
too
take a
many
shot
friends.
in that direction?
It would be with so much disadvantage, but you're allowed.
Yeah. I just
Stand
want
over
him to
here
know
away
I
from the fire
saw him and I
crystal in
know
case
it's
he
direction
fires
he's
back.
in.
You can fire at him.
But
Oh, you can't do it. You can't get any worse. You can't get disadvantage twice, so.
Watch me.
what? There's the disadvantage.
Awfully bold to even try.
Oh my god.
Holy
Dirk.
shitty crit.
Yeah, well, he did.
But then the other one was a 19. Jesus,
Yeah.
Dirk.
So you
chose
get that
violence.
shot
And the four.
shockingly
On the
near
D4.
where you get it shockingly near where the hunter is. You can tell with that 31, you could tell that it would, even if it hit him, it wasn't going to do much because of how far away he is. But it definitely gets like within probably, I would say, 10 or 15 feet of him.
Oh yeah. They're just staring.
As you fire and it lands, the glint gets brighter.
Maraska's
And
gonna shove Dirk out of the way.
as you do that, you see a it's fairly small. but you see essentially a round, like a little beam, slam into the ground where dirt was. As you see this, like, small kind of, I mean, above board, it's a bullet. But yeah, this small, like, kind of cylindrical cartridge as it starts drilling into the ground. As you
Now
see
we're
this, like,
just-
wisp of shadow and a little bit of light. And then you see the glint disappears.
He must have used all of his murdered things violently round. All of
Bold.
his giant arrows.
Bert, are you trying to get yourself killed?
The glint means you already shot the fucking thing.
Bold.
Okay,
But stupid.
let's not antagonize.
Guy we're gonna kill later.
You're right, let's just torture him
That's-
as we kill him by
That's
cutting off
really
his
all
arms
you've
and
done.
legs.
Oh my
I
god.
hope you were okay having issued a challenge.
That was the point, yes.
Well, you certainly got your point across.
Better he shoot at me than one of the little ones again.
How altruistic.
Alrighty. You
Yeah,
guys
the-
start making your way. Maraska partially leading the way because he knows where the Forge Town is. And takes you about an hour of walking. You find yourselves. Yeah, I did put everybody in. Cool. You guys find yourselves at.
Yep.
I'm working on it. I didn't know if they were going to go to the Forge Town first or if they're going to go to the fucking Hunter's Shack. So I had to figure out where I was going to drop you. Yeah. You find yourselves at the fairly small, but you find the Forge Town.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay near Evangeline because she's the one that knows how to help get shit back up and running. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe our new pal should stay near Evangeline. I should just stay away. since
Actually,
I've
I
pissed
was going to
someone
walk
off.
over to Evangeline and gently tap her leg and cast Death Ward.
Okay.
That'll last for
Well,
8 hours.
hold on. Maybe we should at least know the surroundings we're in first before I start turning things on.
That's fair, but still, it's a good idea to have you with the death ward.
Congratulations. Now, if he decides to hit you and you get hurt, you won't die. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I learned how to do that yesterday.
I'm proud of you.
And I love Raxus.
But yeah, Mariska and Varaxis, as you guys kind of walk in there, you see what looks to be most likely the forge for this town.
Yeah. Maraska just headed on in, checking the forge, make sure it can operate.
See Algrex walks on in, and he goes, "If you would please get out of the way."
Be my guest. Once again, not
Thank
my
you.
specialty.
It is mine. Thank you.
He just kind of gives a wave as he exits the building.
Yep.
Yell if you need help.
I should
Yeah,
be good.
above-
Thank you.
Above board.
Yo.
We need the Night Silver chains, right, to wrap around the
Yep.
us. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I figured. I was like, everyone's
Mhm.
like, all right, Evangeline. I'm like, wait a minute, guys.
How are you holding up, Sotez?
I'm holding. I think it's about as good as I can get right now. I'm wanting to get this thing back up and running because I don't know how bad Cobb has gotten.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't enjoy what happened to Cobb.
Yeah. I'm hoping he comes back too.
Fuck.
And I
Oh,
also
hello, Dirt.
really wanna. I also really wanna kill the hunter because he killed Digit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So with you guys in the fucking the rave area,
Oh my
Dirt.
god, so many light sources. All the light sources.
Yep. Dirt and Maraska, you find yourselves in what looks to be a workshop. A bunch of tools kind of sit there. A small little device on the table that looks like it was refining fire crystals. You see just a
Ooh.
small puddle of fire crystal in this bag that is ruptured. You also, as you're kind of looking at the light display, you see a crystal that you have never seen before. These are almost look like an like a combination of every crystal that you've seen. It gives off the strangest feeling when you look at it. You get some of the happy from the radiant crystals, some of the bad from the night silver type crystals. Heat, fucking
hot,
cold. It's everywhere. It's everywhere and nowhere. But you see what looks to be another pump that connects to it, as you see a little bit of the crystal looked like it had melted at one point, but is now since solidified because there's no source of actual heat. In that upper room, looks like shit has gone crazy awry. A combination of just ice crystal. It looks like it's grown to block the door. And a bunch of fire crystals. Again, the feeling that is coming through that door is ice and
God.
fire.
Does that make it really humid in here?
It's so
Disgusting.
humid.
Gross.
The wood is starting to rot.
You should see if Rattletop could use anything here.
Yeah. Rattletap found a place.
Araska's gonna break his way into this upper room.
This looks like a you kind of situation.
You start breaking your way in. Maraska, give me a dex save.
Okay. I'm glad I stepped out. I
have
can't
something
help with
for that,
dex
hold
saves.
on.
This is back to the very first fucking session.
Don't go in there.
With
Don't go in there.
Ooh.
Not yet. Wait till he blows up.
Pretty lights.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, that was
wait till he blows up. Maraska, you start cleaving through the ice crystals. The ice crystals aren't the problem. It's just really cold. It's when you finish cleaving through the ice crystals that you slam your axe into a large deposit
he's not
of fire
using his
crystals.
I should've
Regardless,
specified
smashing your way through these crystals. You come into contact with a very large concentration of fire crystals.
Kaboom.
You guys hear from wherever you are, because it echoes throughout the entire Forge Town.
Imagine I probably would have still just been here.
Yeah, there is Dirt, you see it happen in almost slow motion, as what looks to be a fucking chain reaction of explosions in this room.
Oh, he's dead. It was nice knowing him.
Maraska,
Yep.
you take 46 fire damage as you are blasted into the wall.
Dirt
I
steps
talked
back
to you
in.
guys
He's like,
for
I
1
left.
second, and what happened?
Don't say
Hey,
us.
it wasn't.
Don't
It wasn't
say
me
us.
this time.
I didn't touch shit.
There's just a hole in the back of the building now.
God. Okay, Rattletap. I
Oh,
left him for a second.
ugh.
Ugh.
You're a fucking
I'm fine.
barbarian, aren't you? God damn it.
What gave it away?
The urge to smash everything on sight.
Fastest way in.
I'm just gonna board this up. Just just closes, like tries to get the door slightly repaired. Once it's finally repaired, he at least tries to seal this building in. I guess the building's smaller now.
Yeah. I didn't have anything
What?
to do with this.
What the fuck is up with this crystal?
I was hoping you would know.
I'm gonna get out before something gets touched that shouldn't be, and
No, I'll be working on it. I don't want anybody nearby when I go to work on it. I don't need
Alright,
anybody
thank
else getting
you.
injured.
Does that mean I have to get out?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you most, new friend. I think you
Okay.
most.
Come
He
on.
does
We're
walk over
gonna.
to Rattletap. If you do need anything, please.
I'm gonna.
It's gonna take me some time to forgive whatever fucking happened.
Evangeline, you
So-
said you need to
We'll
change
cross that
the part,
road
correct?
when it's time.
Yeah.
Right.
For now, just if you
we
truly do
will-
respect me, give me some space.
I think
He's already left.
that
Yeah,
Voss has the Night Silver, so and we
I
have
can
someone
help in
who.
the forge. I've got some skill, and I watched them make the other ones.
I'll
Like
go
a small hive
make
of
sure.
activity now.
He's just so small.
I'll
Uh,
confirm how many chains we need.
All right, everybody, try to stay in at least groups of 2.
Yeah, Voss is just right next to Algrex, just dumping Night Silver out into a corner.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
I say dumping, but he is like, it's dumping, but he is cataloging every last scoop.
All right.
That makes me uncomfortable.
2.
I hate Night Silver
Dirk, when he
still.
steps in, he's like, "I can
Really?
help with the forge. I have some degree of skill, and I've seen him make the other chains."
Algrex will look to you, Dirty, and say, like, "Are you sure? I
3.
don't. I'm not affected by the Night Silver, so
If more
If
hands
it
can help it get
makes-
done faster.
if it gets too uncomfortable, just let me know. Tiny
Okay.
will be able to help me. I say tiny, but you know, Tin.
Yeah.
Tin
What
kicks
does it-
Algrex in the fucking shin.
Tin isn't affected by the Night Silver?
No, Tin is a construct similar to the one that Dirt has. Which, speaking of, let me give that over to you.
Respect
Thank
to you,
you,
little
my little
guy.
friend.
You impress me more every day.
Tin is a great helper.
And he can really crack some kneecaps open.
He very much can. Once I get the forge up and running, I should be able to start working on the chains. I haven't made any myself before, but the knowledge was passed down from before the maelstrom was changed.
Oh God, what did I do? Oh God, what did I do?
I hope everything's
f-
faring all right up there without you and yeah. I hope everything's going well on that layer.
Well, the sooner we can get this forge town up and running, the more we can fester the rest of us who, while I have enjoyed this expedition, we have other responsibilities. That is not to say we don't want to help, but once we have calmed down everything else, we should be able to return.
Yeah, kind of got to worry about the aboleth coming back up there.
Yes, and while I do have an apprentice, he's still not the greatest at swinging the hammer. I don't doubt that he can at least keep everyone repaired. But fashioning new weapons to use if the Archivist has granted more knowledge, I don't have that much confidence.
One day. Everyone gets better one day.
I agree. But for now, I would ask if those of you who have souls, or those of you who choose to stay, those of you who have souls, I would ask you to leave.
I'll be
Voss.
outside.
Yep, Voss just there with the fucking depot eventually, after dumping out and cataloging all the night server, will leave and he goes,
I might pass by once the chains are done and see if you can make some improvements to my armor.
I will see what I can do.
Just so
But yeah.
we need 4 sets of chains. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Thank you. The amount of ominous and
Thank you.
uncomfortable energy coming from this small forge is offensive. Like, you guys have been
Guys are
around
so bright.
concentrations of Night Silver before, but you have this is essentially being stuck in a small room with a fuckload of Night Silver. You are always right next to it.
Soltez is so bright. Jesus.
It's the light of Pelor, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
exude that type of light.
So Des walking in, and you just hear him go, "God damn it!"
What happened?
Just looking around. Well, this looks like a library, but either all the books went away or they took them. I don't know. Was hoping to read, kind of get my mind off things.
You want to read my Killing a Tiamat egg book?
Sure, why not?
I'll hand Soltez the book.
Just a how-to
He looks at
guide.
it. He looks at it and he goes, I'm gonna need your help. I can't read Draconic.
Sure. You might have to put me up on the table because I can't.
Fucking
I'm shorter.
get lifted up so you can sit. But yeah, Alcanor and Razor are making patrols. They've immediately settled into a routine. Voss has wandered off to one of the other buildings.
And Varax is teaching Draconic to Soltez.
Oh god.
Yep. Oh hey, you stumbled onto Voss. Evangeline just walking into Voss's temp
See,
store and
and
going, "Oh god," and then just leaving.
I like the seeing Evangeline
I saw
scoop past the
nothing.
door.
Voss
Everything
gets
good. Well,
place. Voss set up shop. Voss exist. Everyone uncomfortable.
Okay. Well,
Depot is there. Hands came out of Depot. Depot not good.
Hey, this forge isn't lit. Can I throw the continual flame, the
Yeah.
neat one that I have in there, to light it?
Absolutely. It takes a while, but eventually the coals light up.
Nice. That's the little radiant flame too, so hopefully that'll help. It won't lessen it much, but it might help.
Well, seems like it's going to be probably a couple days. Shouldn't take long. There's only 4 chains.
That's good. At least we don't have to make the big chains either. The real big ones, anyway.
No, for something called an auxiliary seal. It seems to be a very small town.
I'm guessing it has something to do with the amount of landmass compared to lava here.
I suppose. Or just a backup to the backup.
That's true too.
Yeah. So you guys start. Those of you who are specifically, we know what Dirt and Praxis are doing. Esteban, Maraska, and Evangeline, what are you guys doing?
Maraska is hanging out at the north obelisk, really deep in thought. It's a lot for him to process very suddenly.
Hurt yourself, buddy.
Evangeline probably
me,
once
not
finding an
Dirt.
empty building and escaping quickly from boss.
Now everyone's starting to
Fleeing.
Now everyone who plays a
Fleeing.
muscle-bound character understands how Cetrion feels when people are like, "You can think."
Trust me, that's not the worst that's
Um,
happened to Maraska on accident in a building.
She
I'll
is
never forget it.
she's just gonna be praying. There was something that I totally was going to ask previously until like Digit got shot, and then like that just completely went out the window. Whatever the fuck I was gonna ask. So this is just emotional. I'm having a great time right now. Prayer,
Having a great
but
time.
like opposite of great time. Yeah.
I'm having a not so great time. To sit next to a fucking decrepit, ripped up bed.
You know, we're just chilling. We're vibing. I'm just gonna lose myself to religion because that's what we do.
Religion.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Neat.
someone needs to update the gods on the current situation. So
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
feel like that was actually what it was that I was actually going to do until Digit fucking died.
Yeah.
Like Noel
Yeah.
has just been watching.
Been like a hey, good news. Hey, that temple, yeah, we took care of it. Not
Oh
great
fuck,
news.
Digit's dead.
My friend just fucking died. And you know, I say I'm fine, but I'm slowly losing it every day.
You feel what little comfort you can feel as you kind of feel like Bahamut's light on you.
If Rexus wasn't busy, he would just be like, "You get used to it."
You're
Oh,
reading right now.
God.
You're having reading time. I'm having quiet prayer time in the corner, okay? You're in the reading
Quiet
circle.
prayer
I'm in
time.
the emotional distress, but holding it inside circle. And now she also looks like an idiot after fucking what she said to Esteban too. So she
how very
Everybody's
nice of
definitely.
Esteban not to bring that up. The impeccable
It's a
timing
good
of the
point.
speech
Esteban
and
has
of the death.
been very kind in not bringing that up.
Speaking of Esteban, what are you up to?
Yeah.
Can't hear you, buddy. No. Sorry, I'm just moving to fill out this room because it irritated me. There we go.
I don't know. What am I doing?
You're still alive because Esteban's alive.
Huh? My little friend just wandered off into a room.
Goodbye, little friend.
No, don't eat nothing. Don't eat nothing.
Oh my god, it's leaving. Continuously walking away from you.
What? How is it doing that?
Oh shit.
Why is it over there? Come back here, you little shit.
It's just gone.
It's like, I brought you into this world.
Did he? Is that your dad?
Yeah,
There we go.
Dirt made him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally.
Dirt's a dad.
Caretaker's like grandpa?
Oh my god.
Caretaker's a grandpa.
He never
Grandpa.
expected that one.
He's not my dad. I had parents.
You're not my dad.
I was a
He's
fleshy
kind of
being.
your dad.
I had parents.
Yeah, but he's like your adoptive dad
That's not
against your will.
It's the way that Raylan is Evangeline's adopted dad.
Yeah. Sometimes it just happens.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, now you have new things to think about, buddy.
No, I
Rise and
don't.
dead
I'm working in
family.
the forge. Head empty.
Hammer your thoughts away.
Sometimes you lose a
Literally,
dad
yeah.
to get a new dad.
Again, if anybody gets super close to Algrex, there's some faint hammering happening.
You guys need anything while I'm here? Trying not to think about
It's
any of
so
the events that have
uncomfortable in
happened.
this room.
I hate it.
Algreg's looking at you. Do you need to talk about it? Are you
No,
alright?
no, definitely not that. I just wanted to offer any help.
Esteban here.
My brain is
ask
melting being in this
Esteban
room.
both mine and
Yes.
his bedrolls. Like I saw the beds while looking through town. You're gonna want this.
Yeah, no, I saw a few of them. This is for the best. He'll say
Whoever
as he
needs
takes
it
them.
use my bedroll. I'll be honest, I got it just because it amused me.
Yeah, buddy, but you always said you like pretending to lay on it.
There are times, yeah. It also worked when we had to fool people.
It did.
do have
It did.
a question. Don't think I've asked. What is sleep like?
Well,
Die for 8 hours.
Die? Oh
you're
my
just
God.
dead for 8 hours. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, you're not conscious, so you don't really know what your
Have you-
body's doing on the
You ever
outside.
got lost in thought, like a memory or thinking of certain things?
Not really.
Oh,
Most of my life is
close to-
consumed by my job, which I am fine
Well,
with.
your
Hmm.
dreams would probably be similar then if you had them.
I see.
Yeah, you just kind of
or something similar of life.
go into other things inside your brain and you forget what's happening on the outside of your body.
God, I miss dreams.
That does seem like a good escape if you are haunted by things.
And food. I miss food.
Yes and no,
Dreams
because it is
also-
still your brain, so
Yeah.
sometimes
You can't control.
yeah. Sometimes
so
it
you can be
brings
your
things up.
own worst enemy then?
It's why most have trouble sleeping after a loss or traumatic event. Yes. It just replays because your brain hyper focuses on it.
I won't pretend to understand it, but thank you for at least telling me.
Of course.
If you are looking for something to do,
Anything to get out of this room. Just kidding.
what I can only think of is... Honestly, it's a lot of waiting. I am probably not the best one to ask. You might want to try the non-scaled small one. Or the other large one. Otherwise, anything that I ask of you will be helping with Night Silver, and I can visually see what that is doing to you.
Yeah. I understand. Well, if you do need anything, just let me know. I'll figure it
I will
out.
keep that in mind, thank you.
Oh, Esteban.
Yeah.
If you don't find anything that occupies your time, go ahead and come back. I have an idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go check in with the others and see what we're all up to.
Alright. Good luck. Stay safe. Try to stay near people, please.
Yeah, I don't want to really stay out in the open any longer than I have to.
Cool. Who you gonna check in with? Sick.
I love seeing the little cursors move around like little bugs.
You gonna check in with anybody in particular?
Yeah, I'll head down to go see Evangeline and see how they're doing. The whole God thing,
The whole god thing.
whatever that means. I already forgot where the door is. It's over here. Evangeline, are you in here?
Just see her up in a corner.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
she's
in a
like
corner.
in a corner,
Fucking-
fucking hands folded, maybe tucked away in her wings a little bit, not intentionally.
Oh, just naturally as part of prayer.
is this what communing with gods is like? Seems kind of odd.
Damn.
I think when she finally kind of registers that Esteban's there, she will jump a little bit. Um, or it's that shoulder kind of like thing, not like a full jump. As she kind of turns around, and is like, uh, yes, this is usually how you communicate.
And is it working?
He, yeah, he's providing some help at the moment.
What's he saying?
He's well, it's not that he's saying anything, it's just it's I don't know how to describe it to it's how to
A
describe it to you.
non-believer.
Um it's kind of that feeling when you don't feel good and someone you care about gives you a hug to try to help you feel better. It's
When
kind of
people
like
touch
that.
me non-voluntarily.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. You've had parents before, right?
Yeah, sure, but they weren't touchy-feely like that. It's kind of weird.
Oh, that explains. Okay. Okay. So, huh. Is okay, there has to be something I can relate this to. Um, I guess maybe when you don't feel good and there's something that you really, really like, and you either maybe it's like a favorite food, and when you eat it, it makes you feel better. Maybe? Can you relate to that?
Eating food to feel better? I mean, I guess so. It's kind of like a short-lived thing, though, you know? Is it just kind of like one of those, like, one-off feelings that comes and goes?
in a way, it's kind of like what helps you keep going. Even if it's for a brief moment, it helps you kind of put yourself back together and keep going, you know?
Uh, yeah, I think you just kind of lose me when you look at the grand scheme of things, and it's you're that thing you're holding on to is essentially someone that you've technically never even met. And you're just supposed to believe anything that they say to you, whether it's good or bad or about the scenarios, the things that are happening now or later. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of blind faith.
Well, I mean, I've seen Bahamut at this point, actually. Um, the first time was an experience, the second time was an accident. Um, so it's not that it's a blind faith. I mean, we know these gods are out there. That's I guess I guess it's kind of difficult to answer because it's we know that all these different gods exist. It's just, I guess, based off of what you believe in, your morals, your kind of grounding, how you handle situations, and um, how you kind of perceive the world.
This feels like my everyday life with extra steps.
Well, okay, so yes, there's your unconventional way of gaining the magic that you did to help this semi quasi in individual who has quite a bit of power that maybe to some people would consider a deity, but I don't think he is something like that. um but I guess, yes, in a sense it's like your everyday life, except most of the time you try to have a good relationship with the person you're working with, since they're blessing you with their magic in a sense.
So you're a kiss up.
Fuck.
Is that how it works? You just pander a little bit and you get better magic? Now, look, I'm not promising any butt kissing caretaker if you're around, you silly bitch, but
You silly bitch. You silly bitch. Oh.
if that was your grand scheme, it's not happening.
I'm sorry, I'm crying.
All the
I don't
characters are silly
fucking
bitch is
blame you.
fucking wild.
Caretaker, you silly bitch.
I'm not afraid of you.
Holy shit.
Capable of giving me more power, but you won't until I lick your boots. It's not happening. But also, that is a bitch move.
God damn. God fucking damn.
Holy shit, dude.
I think Evangeline's wings kind of droop a little bit.
Oh no.
It's,
Oh no.
I'm not sure.
Telling the cleric, hey, your religion sounds really lame is a power move.
So, I guess further into the religion question, d- is your whole religion just based off of belief in him? Or is there like specific things that you do? Like, I've heard of offerings and things like that. Like, you go to church or something? Like, how does that work?
To go to church.
I am the church. No,
Holy shit! I am
in the
missing
mob.
it.
Wow.
Sorry,
LOL
I'm
blinds
the
you
church
with
These
of
two are
David
just
Light.
taking turns saying the most absurd shit right now. Goddamn.
They're both broken at this point. You silly bitch, I am the church.
Sorry, no, that was me being silly. Oh God. I didn't think this was the turn of events we were going to today. Okay. S- no, Bahamut doesn't need offerings. I mean, I'm sure that if they were made, he would be appreciate it. But it's not like a requirement. Uh, and it's not that I just believe in Bahamut. Quite aware of Null, and I'm not blind to Tiamat. I mean, there and other draconic deities. It's just I choose the beliefs that I have as an individual line up with what Bahamut um, represents. Maybe that was influenced by my father, perhaps. But it's just how I envision the world.
Do you think that there's like a god that would line up with the things that I believe?
I'm sure there is probably quite a few. I'm not as familiar with non-draconic entities. Pelor is something I do know a little bit about, but not as in depth as Bahamut. And I've come to learn a little bit more about Ion as well. But when it comes to the broader uh, deities, it's a little bit more tricky. There's quite a few.
That sounds like a lot, but I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to have something to look forward to. Everything I've always looked forward to keep me going is kind of led me into a hole. So, literally. But maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to have something positive to look forward to. Outside of my own personal success, which I do hold very high. Don't laugh at me. Just because I haven't achieved it yet doesn't mean I'm still working toward it.
No, I believe you.
Okay. So, how's Veraxis doing and all that religion stuff? Have you talked to him about that?
Now we
his
get into
situations.
conflicting beliefs.
His situation, I think, is slightly different from mine, seeing that I was raised to care and heal for people, heal people and care for them. Um, Braxis, his connection to things are more, I think oaths are the correct terminology. It's kind of a determination of a sort. Um, and his are more closely linked to, well, originally Tiamat and then now Null.
So you converted him in a good way.
No.
No.
Fucking insane.
No. I
The
don't.
thing that you can do, right?
That would have to be his own decision if he would like to mm, and to worship in the way of Bahamut. But I don't believe, based off of his track record, that that is his goal.
You put me in.
I see. Well, you doing anything else for the night, or
Um, I didn't really have plans other than to possibly try to sleep.
Wow.
Sorry.
Something like that would be a. I'm reading in a more literal sense.
Mm, I, I don't know what to say to that. Truthfully,
I asked the literal sense, are you doing anything else tonight? No intention behind it. I mean, I mean, I didn't have plans, but I mean, that just means I'm free, in case. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, we can like hang out or something. Hey, you keep talking about the religion thing. You're really good at that.
God.
I am. I am before don't have words to say. I think we I think
think
we need to go to
we'll
someone else.
go somewhere else.
Please. I'm having
Please.
emotions.
Yeah, we'll go back over to the weird thing that is currently happening in the pseudo library. So Tez and Rax is just hanging out. So Tez sees Maraska walk in and he goes, "Oh, hey, what's
He,
what's going on?"
Maraska is just taking his seat. Staying out of the open.
Yeah,
Besides, it's too hot out there.
you could feel.
A sense. It's weird to explain.
I don't think I'll ever figure that out. So, like, why are you here?
There's a few ways I can answer that. Brought back.
Well, yeah, you're a Warforged and you came from the bottom, so I'm trying to figure out why you're coming up.
Given why...
Like, our goal is to go down.
Let me guess. There's Dune.
That's part of it.
The seals.
Also part of it. There's a lot of parts to it. This egg thing. He gestures to the book. This egg thing. There's
Egg
Dune. Yeah.
Certainly have a loaded plate.
Yeah. You're talking as if you're not part of it. So what, you're not gonna fight?
Not going to fight. That's all I've
Yeah.
been doing.
Cool, you can continue it then. Or why are you going up?
I needed to see the archivist.
Huh. Why?
The situation further down has gotten worse. We need the keys. And I assume you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't know the
Pass through the
details of
maelstrom,
it,
then.
but they already took the key from the archivist.
Where is it?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask. Well, I'd say ask Digit, but ask the others. I wasn't there when they had the key. I just know that they had it.
Well, if it wasn't on his person, then it's at least harder to obtain. Hunter being around. Ugh.
Hunter was a good guy. He was.
You knew him.
Well, all of us did. When we got sent back to Maugate. It was like a weird time thing. Got sent back.
They're all very interesting.
Nah. I'm not as interested as the rest of them. I just kind of get drug along. I've got a dwarf to take care of up the top.
See.
When we turned the seal back on in Maugate, the core seal, a lot of shit went down. And Cobb, the dwarf I'm taking care of, is he might as well be a vegetable right now.
He kind of eases back into this, like, somber kind of disposition. I understand. Believe me, I understand. Well, that's why we go down. You've already retrieved 2 of the keys.
I don't know about a second one. All I know is that the hunter was the one that told us about it. Archivist had one, Hunter had one, Smith had one, Caretaker had one.
Wait, he told?
Yeah.
What?
I told you. We got weird timey-wimey shit. Found ourselves back in Maugate before, like, it got eaten by Tharizdun.
You encountered a rift.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in Gnawgate. Wait, how do you know about them?
200 years down here. The warden. I've gleaned quite a bit of information. A lot of time to think. It's not my first time going up in the Maw, but this is something different. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to see the archivist.
I wouldn't recommend going back up. I don't know if you know about the curse, but probably die again on this layer.
I've had my run-ins.
We found your
That's not-
body.
Figured you might. Coming back here isn't exactly what I had in mind, like I've been saying. That was a dark day.
I can imagine. Well, I guess get rest, I suppose. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is up with this book. Draconic is hard.
Never said it would be easy.
He just extends an open hand.
You can come over here. Vraxis is comfortable. I think.
I've sat in much worse places.
So, like, it's saying, like, save the egg, but that's not right, right?
No, not at all.
What is this
So, like-
egg?
Vraxis,
Tiamat's
egg.
like, yeah. Fucking,
This is the book about well, it's basically an instruction book on how to destroy Tiamat's egg.
So she did find another way.
Yeah, it's here in the Maw.
Did you see anyone of note that followed you? You mentioned an attack.
Oh, there's a bunch of kobolds up on the surface. They're dead, but
Just kobolds?
well, it's evolved from kobolds into now dragonborn cultists.
You see his eyes light up at that mention.
yeah, they've kind of carved a path to the maw from outside. It's kind of a war up top.
Desperately trying to get to me.
Yeah, they're not very happy with Veraxis.
He's like observing, or he's like kind of examining the book. He's like, well, they weren't exactly happy with me either. Like I said, you're not the first for them to pursue this deep.
Raylan said that he's had trouble out of them before. And I know Sotez hasn't really shown them much mercy in his encounters, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've killed a couple. Dragonborn and a lot more kobolds. Not
He-
recently, though. I've been taking care of Cobb.
Sotez is one of the good ones.
Which, something's weird about you. Looking at you, Maraska. You got some conflict, God-wise? I'm seeing two of them. That's what it feels like, at least.
He turns the book over and continues with that and goes, no conflict. Once, maybe. But not now. Being reborn like this, I was already wandering. before. They've given me purpose, something I lacked at one point. And now I at least have something to work for.
I won't pry. I mean, you got a little bit of Pelor's light on you, so good enough for me.
Earning
Oh,
his
poor
favor
me, he
was
saved me.
unexpected, but hasn't been unwelcome.
So Tez kind of just sighs and is just, I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna go lay down
Good luck.
on this weird, terrible bed, I guess.
Put a bedroll down. I don't know if there's anything that lives in the sheets.
Just hear crash. I fell through.
Yeah,
Don't sleep on the beds.
He'll be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine, but it's just like I don't want anybody else to fall in one. I'm just gonna stay here.
If you're comfortable.
After a couple minutes, you just hear snoring.
You lot are a strange bunch.
Well, I mean, I'm a kobold paladin. I don't know what you were expecting.
Not that. I won't lie to you. Normally, you'd be dead already. But something's changed. It's not a void. Just different. Who is your
Blame.
patron now?
No.
Interesting.
He said he saved me from Tiamat after trying to do so for years.
If only the same could be done for for the rest of her cultists.
Well, I was always questioning her in the most aspects anyway. You kind of start doing that after you have to sacrifice your whole family and all your friends. And then she sends a
You've more of
dragon
a
to kill your
soul
other
than any
friends.
others. Doesn't surprise me. It must have been hard.
Getting away from her or sacrificing everyone?
The entire thing.
Yeah, it was a horrible experience.
As it
Usually
is
when I
with-
sleep, I can still hear the screams.
Yes, well. I wish I could say that will fade in time, but 200 years later, you just learn to live with it.
And then there's also the fact that anyone I used to know or care about, I'll never see in the Dragonary.
An unfortunate consequence.
I've come to terms with it.
It's always best to do so. At least understanding when something is out of your hands. That can be hard to accept.
At least I know when I die, I'm going somewhere nice. And someday I'll see Evangeline there.
Yes, well. How long has she traveled with you?
I mean, that's a difficult question because of how weird time is kind of down here because there's not typical days or nights. I
Come
would
this
say a
far.
few
It's been long
months,
enough.
maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a few months.
At the green one?
The stretchy
Esteban,
goblin.
he's been. Oh, he came with the. He was part of the original expedition group with Dirt. With well, our original expedition group that came. That is.
Kind of. He's having some flashbacks now.
That was also where. That was also where Digit came from as well before the hunter found him.
He's got that somber kind of look again. I am sorry that. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
I don't really know
But
what Digit worshipped, but hopefully he's happy where he ended up and not being tortured by Thera's-Dune.
I was hoping not, at least. At least it wasn't painful, I gather. Then again, the hunter isn't exactly one to draw out his playtime.
We were sleeping, so
Yes, yeah. Perfect opportunity in the eyes of others.
well, now I plan to smite him with all of the ardent fervor of a really angry kobold.
He kind of like he gives like a small huff. I hope you maintain that attitude going further. You're going to need it.
I always do.
Good. Because it does only get worse the deeper we go.
I mean, at
It's
this
been some
point, I
time
have
since I've
fought
been
some.
away, but
At this point, I fought a lot of shit. Whether it be Dracolich's giant mechanical rock, weird suit of armor that's alive that isn't the Smith, Aboleth, Obereth.
Aboleth. Impressive. And an over.
Yeah, it's been a time here. I've fought more aberrations to humanity that I've known that existed.
More formidable than I initially assumed then. Apologies.
Damn.
I may be small, but well, I mean, years of experience at this point.
Tiamat would have you treated as fodder, but my
Yeah, she did.
past well, in my past journeys learned I learned a lot about one individual can do. What one individual can do.
I just hope that Evangeline is all right and can recover from the loss of Digit pretty well.
He kind of like side eyes the door. Well, I'm sure she's going to have more on her mind before long.
Most likely, especially, well, given where we're at and all of the different missions we have now, which is anything between killing a god's egg before she can resurrect, and killing Tharizdun, and
Well,
yeah.
they're missing a mask, so they have to come to us. It won't be easy for them.
They're missing several masks for the Tiamat one.
One in
Umu, who is
particular.
the turtle that leads our expedition, was kind of killing them and throwing their bodies down into the maw.
You see him grin slightly.
We did burn one of the masks too.
Sounds like Umu. What he's doing.
Oh, you knew Umu?
I cannot say I do. He came with you, yes?
Yeah, but I mean, he's been alive a long time, so it wouldn't surprise me if at some point you'd heard of him.
I can't say so. The oldest name I've heard next to Rattletaps has been Raven. Wonder how he's doing nowadays.
Probably a little stressed given everything that's been going on.
Having an elder evil in your basement doesn't exactly make for a calm day.
It does not, especially after, well, I mean, the reason all these people are down here with us currently is because we needed help dealing with a temple to Tharizdun a couple layers up.
You're
That's
smarter
where the
than we
Oberth
were, I'll
was.
give you that.
Oh, well, just made some friends. If we ever go back to the surface, you'll have to meet Jolpe.
Jolpe.
He is the Lord of the Skies. Well, was and still is. Bronze Dragon. Now reanimated Bronze Dragon.
Reanimated.
Okay, so Null, being the god of death,
Oh,
brought him back.
I see. Okay.
He
Better than
talked
what
to
I
his soul and
assumed.
agreed to bring him back, and Jolbe is more than happy to be fighting an evil god in the basement again. And right now he's up on the surface killing cultists.
He's just gonna keep examining the book.
Yeah. So we'll fast forward just a tiny little bit to about the time that Algrex would have finished the getting ready to finish the chains at least. But before then, it will have been a couple of days. So is anybody doing anything particular in their downtime?
Not on my end.
Because he no longer
Hour-long
sleeps.
break every now and then, short rests are what
Yeah.
Dirt is working with right now. And
Yeah.
even then, he doesn't go far. He just steps outside and has his little buddy put the little light bubble around him so he can get rest without the metal messing with him.
Yeah.
And Maraska will have just been spending the time studying the book and occasionally wander off to find a quiet spot to pray away from prying eyes.
Rexus would just be praying and updating Noel on current events.
Neat. I'm gonna be right back. 2 seconds to go back.
Dials up Bahamut. I found another one of yours. Yes, really. She exudes your magic.
She's in the other
Yes, I
room.
was nice to her.
She's on the Esteban indirectly found himself on a indirect spiritual Bahamut journey.
Verdun taking up arms for Bahamut.
Meanwhile, everybody else is like, why is that kobold so okay with dying? He made peace with it.
Evangeline scoops up the cobalt. Cannot be left unattended.
I already lost one, god damn it.
I was reading.
I'm gonna be off balance now. I have to realign my center of gravity here.
Oh, that's right, because no one's in the basket anymore.
She probably wouldn't have taken it like. I mean, she takes it off to sleep, but like, she puts it back on every day. It's just like
Perhaps it's
muscle
just frog
memory.
blinks being put in the basket.
There's
Man, I
one
used
time
to
you
have
do
your
that and a
baby
little
Bjorn
acorn falls out.
keeps those in back pocket.
Oh,
Hey, I
that's where
can
he
use
was
them for a
hitting. That's where
spell.
he was hiding his nuts.
Ought to be the spell that kills Tharizdun.
I return.
We have determined that Digit
Hi.
was hiding all of his nuts and acorns in the basket while you were
Oh
gone.
god. Oh god.
So every time Evangeline puts me in it, a little acorn falls out.
Oh no. Horrifying.
She's collecting all the acorns. Each time they fall out.
How sweet.
Yeah, but no, the next few days, poor Esteban, whenever he is or is around her, is getting an earful of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
That's all. Bahamut. Yeah.
Neat.
Man, really pulling out the worst she can do is say no, huh?
Fuck. So
It's just like asking a neurodivergent individual what their hobby is. You get stuck listening to it the whole time.
it's like, fuck.
Oh, why do you have to like come for my throat like that?
Oh, buddy, pal, friend, we're all neurodivergent
All our,
here.
because I'm coming for all our throats.
Raise your hand if you medicate for ADD, ADHD, or any other neurodivergence.
Joke's on you. I don't have the money to medicate, so I just rock dog it.
Damn. Oh god.
I hate doing that anymore now that I'm back on medication.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
feel like medication would be a whole different world. But
It
I feel like I'd lose my
is.
sparkle.
That depends. I'm
Hey, no one,
definitely. Go ahead.
no one's better than me at going into like a 10-hour lore drop of BioShock. You really have unlocked that.
I feel you on that though.
I do that with
You can
Fallout lore.
ask, you can ask my girlfriend like when we were first getting together, and even just through our years of relationship now. Like I still do that for sure. But like if I'm like unmedicated, oh my lord, Waffles can tell you I am
Yeah.
a little much unless I'm paying attention. I very much appreciate having my meds.
I once went into a several-hour conversation with someone about the difference in Fallout lore and the difference in the more modernized Enclave power armor that you saw in Fallout 3 versus the XO2 that was in every other game so far.
Feel like I've done that for something.
They asked and I delivered.
So,
I know CK ran to the bathroom really quick, so I don't know if Esteban was actually going to be doing something for the few days or if he's
hmm.
humoring the poor dragon.
Probably humoring.
Probably humoring.
Comfort food of the last few weeks, last month, Sprite. I've never really liked. It's not that I didn't like Sprite, but like right now, I'm having a kick for Sprite.
Hell yeah.
I haven't drank Sprite since I had a kidney infection one time, and they were like, "Yeah, you can only drink light liquids," and I was like,
God dang.
"Sprite."
I love Sprite.
I used to
I
until I literally
don't
drank
drink
it until
soda
I didn't have a
much.
kidney infection.
I have like maybe 2 sodas a week at most.
Oh wow, Wolf.
My body turns carbonated water into regular water.
Is that how that works? I don't think that's how that works.
Never been dehydrated while drinking it.
That's, fair. I haven't actually either, even back when I drank soda like a lot. So I suppose I'll mark one of my short rests off just to make sure I got that shit replenished.
Yeah, I have to push the long rest buttons, dude. Come here, button.
I cannot
We
press
must
that.
press ye.
Dirt has been hour-long naps at most. And even then, it's not really napping, it's just standing there, kind of zoning out. I suppose he might offer a prayer up during that hour every now and then. Less an objective and more just kind of updates.
Yeah.
But like Varaxis talking to Null
And
right
also,
now.
someone to talk to.
He's like, "Hey, we got rid of the temple. Digit died. Met some new guy named Maraska. Now we're gonna kill the hunter."
I mean, we're gonna have to anyway, but this is just a lot more incentive too.
Once Esteban's back, we will continue.
I'm going to see if Tink can work these bronze dragon
He's
scales
back.
into my armor
Oh,
and
okay.
maybe put these
Yeah.
claws on my gauntlets.
Hey.
What's funny is if we stop at a forge and we don't have people there, technically dirt could help.
Dirt by the end of this campaign is going to be just as good as a regular forge smith.
I mean, I think he'd be a bit above a regular one considering the weird materials he's having to work with.
Well, no, I'm talking about forge smith specifically, like the maw forging.
Oh God, that's a scary thought. He's got a lot of time though. He can learn a lot of things. Well,
Cool.
he's got a lot of time if everybody doesn't die.
Fair. So, a couple days pass. Algrex has been working literally tirelessly with the amount of night silver that was harvested from the hunter's little trove. And he has himself 4 giant just piles of chain. And eventually the hammering stops. Now Greg's just grabs up a bundle of chain and he just starts walking and goes,
Let's get this started.
All right,
Or do you need rest? Maybe we should wait. You should get some
I'll be
sleep.
fine.
All right.
I work similar to some of you. Don't need rest.
Very well.
And Dirt will grab one of the other chains too. Just
Yeah. Starts getting
For
the
now. He's gonna watch the process because he doesn't know this
Yep.
part very well.
takes out a special little hammer, and grabs one end of the chain, places it into the ground, smacks it once with the hammer, and it just shoves the end of it straight into the ground.
No, I've seen that happen before. They're just like, really need one of those hammers. Fuck.
Proceeds to start wrapping up this this obelisk, and then basically throws the hammer at the top link, anchors itself into the fucking obelisk.
All right.
And he
We'll
goes,
go to the next one. I got a chain.
Yes.
Actually, I think depending on how heavy the chains are, Dirt would just scoop all of them and carry them.
You'd probably be able to carry 2. It's less
Okay.
about weight and more about the fact that they're pretty fucking big. It's like trying to carry something that's super awkward, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, same
Carrying
process.
things of uncomfortableness. Level 5.
Mhm.
I mean, he's been in the forge with them like the last couple days straight, so
Yeah.
not
Goes
growing
to
used to it, just maybe a little numb.
a little numb. Yep. Goes to anchor this this chain down.
But hey, numb isn't bad right now, okay?
Yeah. And is gonna go to this last one, or I say last one, but next one. Last in the way of right now. You guys only had 3 chains. Anchors this one down, and he goes,
All right. Let's get the last one.
Goes in, starts to pick up this chain, and you hear a shout outside. And you hear Alcanor, and you just hear, "It's incoming!" Right as he says that, everybody who is in the Forge Town, you hear a whistle, and then you hear an explosion. As Dirt, I'm going to need you to make a dex save for me.
Yep.
Algrex is going to need to make one as well. Get him to make his. Algrex is the most nimble, but he got a 19.
Okay. And like depending on the situation, I would forego mine entirely. Just to make sure he was okay. But that wouldn't have passed anyway.
Yeah, but I say it's funny because Algrex passes.
That's okay. He's further in. It makes sense.
Yeah. So there is a fairly large like rush of like flame and shadow as the kind of rushes in through the open doors as a massive explosion detonates above the forge.
Did that son of a bitch make a bowgun?
Dirt, you will take 23 necrotic damage. Yeah, everybody hears this explosion. If you were taking a nap, you are awake at this point. If you weren't taking a nap, you still hear it.
Believe our
Evangeline.
unwanted guest is here, Maraska.
Definitely runs out.
Yep. Rattle tap busts open the door.
I wanted to close my book and safely store it away.
So,
And you guys those of you who are over here on the west, you will look to see a much closer this time. No glint, you actually see him. You see the hunter on a cliff. This man, from a distance, stands about what you could probably assume to be about 11, 12 feet tall. Almost completely gray and like almost featureless. Covered in runes and having like essentially small bits of cloth in a cloak in like wispy, shadowy like tendrils off of them. Holding the very same rifle that you guys saw in his shack. But this one is like an obsidian sleek with like a very faint, what looks to be black gem in the center of it. Here is a little picture for you guys. Boop.
Well,
I thought we
you've been corrupted, so
Woo!
it was nice knowing you for the brief time you weren't
I'll
corrupted. I'm
admit,
gonna have to kill you.
you look kind of badass. Not gonna lie.
Is that an Accuracy International L96 A1?
Whoa! What we will do, you hear in your heads. You hear scatter. Everybody give me wisdom saves.
As soon as my thing reloads, I will.
Remember, if you're within 10 feet of me, you have effect of my aura.
Hell
Which I
yeah.
think is just
You're
Sotes.
also within 10 feet of me. You also get
That's right, you did.
you also get a +3 to your wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
I even know where Evangeline is.
that's 21.
1-1.
Yeah. 29. Holy schnizzle.
Hey, guess who's gonna do bad here?
No,
Oh,
No,
apparently
you
not.
get nat 20.
Wow.
not bad at all. Whew.
Sweet
So
Maraska.
Sotes, I think, is the
Which
only
one
one
did,
that gets
what did you
effect
say
of
yours was?
Because I'm near
Oh,
Evangeline,
yeah,
I get
because of
21.
the being near Evangeline. Gotcha. Oh. No.
irony that you have advantage on those,
Ah,
and
dude,
you
it's,
have a +0
Ah.
for your wisdom
yeah.
modifier.
Every time.
Well. Oh, yeah, I gotta roll for a resident gnome.
And your Sotes,
And the Sotes,
who gets a +3.
who gets a +3. Pretty much no matter what, because he himself is a paladin.
He gets actually double +3s then, I think.
I wouldn't think they
I
would
think the
stack.
auras stack.
I wouldn't. I would say probably not. That would be fucking insane.
He might get more than a +3. I don't know what his modifier is.
His modifier is naturally a +6 from because he's got proficiency. He passes with flying colors. Rattletap and Esteban. So Esteban, you hear scatter in your head. You have an overwhelming urge to just sprint away from the West and away from other people. So it's a little rough for you because you kind of just try to shove yourself into a deep corner of this home because you can't go towards Evangeline right now.
That's a nice corner.
It's a nice corner. Rattletap is outside, so he just
Oh god.
books it.
Oh no.
Oh god, some hidden.
I can't see him. Sorry. Actually, I can now. If the doors are both open on the
Yeah,
floor.
the doors are open. But
It's-
with that is where we're going to end it before we roll initiative. The hunter's here.
No.
He wants to play.
And I want to play.
Where is he?
I want to hurt the hunter.
He's off in like the west northwest. He's not on the map.
I hope he gets closer because I want to smack the shit out of him.
Dirt looks hurt, but his eyes are glowing brighter.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
He's gone
Weird how
full
comfortable this
hunter
bed gets when
mode.
you're slightly afeared.
yeah, we'll pick this back up in next session.
Do we level?
And no. Speedy leveling, yes. Leveling every session? No.
Oh!
I mean, maybe after we kill the hunter.
Definitely after you kill
yeah,
the hunter.
definitely after you kill the hunter. So I'll put that on you, and I'll put that
We're about to
on.
see Maraska engage his latent velociraptor genes.
He doesn't have genes, sir.
He's not the same Warforged as you are.
He doesn't have genes, though. They haven't been invented yet.
That's true.
It's probably
But
more
late.
blade adjacent.
Yeah. You guys finally are going to get the opportunity to start dealing with him. I'm kind of curious as to see how you guys are going to fight him.
Yeah, because he shot one of our friends, right, guys? Totally out of this fucking world. Crazy how that happens.
Fuck
I'm
you,
not
you
picking you
damn
up if
squirrel.
you go down.
Oh,
Your death might have been your decision last
man.
time, but I'll make it mine this time. No.
Jesus!
You can't kill me twice. I've already done it.
Why not 3 times?
No.
Third time's the charm.
That was the
Stay
goal.
down.
Just bring you into Maraska only to take him away from you immediately.
Gonna do that the fucking One Piece meme, pushing you back in the ground.
It'll be like my shadow that I had control of.
Take out his bones and start burning it in a hope to send his soul to the afterlife.
No, it would be like my it would be like the shadow I controlled during the Maugate fight. It's just pushing other shadows back in the ground. No. Just go back.
Stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
I told you stop.
Ooh, man.
What do you do? I control undead. That is disturbing. Thank you.
Yeah, we shouldn't have any issues for next Saturday. Not sure about the Saturday after that.
Next Saturday
That's
I
the
am
28th.
not going to be late, but depending on what time we start on Friday, I was signed up for a Christmas event. Actually, no, I'm not in a group here on Friday. Never mind, disregard.
I mean, we could probably use the help. Anu.
Yeah, we have this other motherfucker that keeps skipping out on us. Yeah, Dondi, if you're watching, I'm talking about you, bitch.
Damn. Little punk ass.
Crazy with the call out.
I can't even lie. I fell the fuck asleep on Thursday. I
Yeah.
died.
No.
Yep, we know.
Apparently loading 6 trucks in a day made my brain decide, hey, you're just gonna turn the fuck off right now.
Yeah.
There's literally
like,
a moment
okay.
where we're sitting there, I'm like, he's asleep, right?
We're like, we know.
It's like everything's going great, and then like all of a sudden I wake up and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what?
Does Sotas have the same aura that the other two have?
What do you mean?
The like bonus to wisdom saves within 10 feet.
It's an aura of protection. It's like a base power.
Yeah, he has aura of protection.
It gives you a bonus to all your saving throws.
He also does have aura of courage, just like the others.
Okay, cool.
So you can't be frightened if you're within 10 feet
So
of
even
him.
if I did bad, he would have bumped me up by a fucking scary amount.
I think
By
his is
3.
yeah, it's a
But
plus 3.
I'm ruling that the auras do not stack.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't have been in range to have it stack anyway. Just so
Yeah.
Tez.
But bear in mind, Dirt, you're within 10 feet of him. I'll try to remember when we start next session.
I'll remember now that I
But
know he's got it.
well, he's got Aura of the Sentinel, so when you roll initiative, you'll get a +4 to that.
Oh, that's cool too.
I don't know
Oh
if I got a
god,
new aura
all
this
my
level.
initiative shit's gonna confuse the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, and same with you, Veraxis. You'll have a +4 to your initiative.
Oh, lovely. Let's see. Yeah, no, I didn't get a new aura this level. I just have Aura of Hate and all that fun stuff.
I'm tempted to level up the NPCs, but I also kind of don't want to because right now they're actually participating in combat. Especially because this time there is, at least currently, as far as you're aware, there is only one target. I can't, at least right now, I can't send all the NPCs to go fight a secret second target.
On the bright side, once I get to level 18, my Aura of Hate reaches a range of 30 feet,
Hell yeah.
and so does my Aura of Courage and Protection.
Sick. But yeah, obviously not next session, but the session probably afterwards will be relic upgrades. So I'll start getting back with you guys and getting that stuff closer to finalization.
And apparently, I have the Slasher feat. I forgot about that. It gives me enhanced critical.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So if I manage to crit things, it's supposed to have disadvantage on its attack rolls.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh shit! I got 5 uses of Draconic Cry now.
Mm-hmm. Based off your proficiency bonus, I believe.
It's funny, I get a little Zealot Barbarian Draconic Cry type deal.
You guys are definitely melee heavy now, for sure. So I'm curious to see how you guys are going to deal with the hunter.
Yeah.
Well, he has melee
Going to
capabilities.
Grab him, and I'm going to suplex him.
So here's the thing. You're going to have to be able to get to him. Like I said, I'll be very curious.
God, I wish I had that next relic upgrade.
Yeah. But you don't. Anyways, that's all I got for everybody tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed.
Hey.
Everyone say hello to Maraska.
Enjoy your trauma. Say hello.
Yay.
Oh boy.
Trauma Part 2.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Blue Jay.
I don't know
I
you,
don't know you,
strange
strange man. Stop trying to talk to me.
Yeah, Maraska has definitely been met with very welcoming arms for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely fits right in, getting his chest fucking punched by Rattletap upon immediate introduction.
Meanwhile, Maraska's just over there like, what's the book you reading? What's that about?
Well, he got called over there.
Why aren't you a normal kobold?
Well, yeah, he's been gone for quite literally
why don't
fighting a
you do
war
normal
for
kobold
200
shit?
years, essentially.
Maraska's an old man now.
Yeah.
Back in my day, kobolds and
Back in-
dragonborn were separate.
Back in my day, kobolds were slaves. You're
Oh
different.
my God.
This is good.
Jesus
Good
Christ.
progress.
Holy
You've done
fuck.
so well for yourself, young one.
Holy shit.
Meanwhile, then he just gets slapped with, yeah, I killed all my friends and my family, and now I'm here.
That's just how it is with Tiamat. You know how it goes.
Nothing like old school lizard racism.
I mean, from Dragonborn to Kobold, that's pretty much par for the course. Doesn't make it good or any better, but it's unfortunately kobolds are just universally looked down on.
Literally.
And
Yeah,
meanwhile,
that's
there's
it.
Varexis who's like, I've killed apparitions to humanity. They're still in my dreams sometimes. Send help.
Help.
Maraska can't help you because he's also been through it. And got to watch his friends die.
Varexis just like, it's okay, little buddy. It happens.
Same though, bro. Same.
Yeah, he's definitely still keeping up with the energy he had in the original campaign because yeah, getting blown up inside of a building.
Yeah,
that's not like non-standard for him.
Yeah,
Lost
Maraska is very trap susceptible.
Yeah.
Someone I can tell to throw me like a missile while I hold my sword out in front of me that'll actually do it.
With Twitch, let's go.
In the very, very first campaign,
oh, God.
Man didn't take the hints that there was a giant gelatinous cube in a room. Didn't take the hints of a perfectly clean room with nothing in it, nothing whatsoever, no dust, no nothing. Walked straight into the gelatinous cube because he failed his perception check. Got upset, stormed off, activated a trap somewhere else from behind.
So it was the same room, just when he opened the door and stepped out, it triggered the trap, on the other side of the door that would have led into that room. And then there was another.
But we gotta put a leash on you.
More like safety bells and a high vis vest.
He also got suplexed by a goblin.
Yeah, that was new. There was.
Yeah, he got suplexed by a goblin.
There was
a goblin is even worse than getting suplexed by a fucking kobold.
Well, when this god is actively performing a ritual
cleric.
to,
he was a cleric to Maglubiet.
Yeah, so when this goblin cleric is in the middle of a ritual to Maglubiet, and then crits on a grapple check, because I was going to, Thor versus Loki, the little guy. Crit the grapple check, was empowered by Maglubiet, threw me onto the altar, and then stabbed me in the chest for like 40-something damage. It was
trying to sacrifice him to their goblin god.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh wow, the sacrifices just came walking right in. This is perfect.
That goblin was then
he didn't last
re-grappled, thrown away from him, and then promptly beaten into unconsciousness with blackjacks from our rogue before ultimately being executed out of anger by Maraska.
What did you learn?
And then in that same castle encounter, that's when Maraska and the player Maraska learned about non-lethal damage. Too late. Got challenged to duel a goblin in front of like the little goblin king.
No, it was an orc, and what happened was it was supposed to be a duel because this orc chieftain, there was like rumor that he had a special weapon, specifically an axe. And we go out there, Maraska kind of tapping into the kind of tribal side, like he challenged into a duel. Well, in the middle of our fight, our shit-ass rogue ambushed him and basically dishonored Maraska in the middle of the fight because he was able to just execute the guy.
No, that's a completely different encounter. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh?
I'm talking about when you were in the castle, you were in front of like the Goblin King dude, and the Goblin King sent a goblin with like a frying pan to try to fight Maraska. And Maraska kicked the goblin, did not establish that it was non-lethal damage. And I then described as Maraska kicking this goblin and just killing him instantly.
So if you guys have ever done anything evil on BG3, you know the squirrel at the beginning. It was that. Yeah. because
And the entire table was kind of horrified because I was like, yeah, he just fucking dies. He was like, oh my god, no, I don't want to do that.
yeah,
Just fucking dead.
I remember that now. 'Cause he ran up at Maraska, and I said, "Yep." No,
He didn't even want to fight. He was just told to. He was like, I don't want to do this. And
Yeah,
And
so
Maraska just
dies.
passively kicked him away, but kicked him so hard. I didn't. I guess I rolled really high was the thing, and yeah, I straight splattered him into like a nearby pillar.
Yeah.
Is Maraska a zealot barbarian?
He is now a
is.
zealot barbarian. He
Neat.
was not initially a zealot barbarian. He was
Totem Barbarian, if I recall correctly.
totem barbarian, but totem was removed and changed in its entirety, broken up in a couple ways, and zealot felt like a decent change.
I'm scared to see what they've done to totem barbarians. 'cause
It's
they
very-
always
it
it's
doesn't
have one.
exist.
similar but different.
Yeah, you get a lot more passive when you do X thing kind of buff, or when you enter rage or do certain things. You can actively choose kind of like what aspect you want to embody as you do whatever thing. You don't actually have totems anymore,
Oh, that's lame.
and
I
there's
used to just
no
be bear
like
totem.
main. Well, yeah, like I think bear totem is what I had initially gone down, but now it's called like Path of the World Tree, or that might be a new one. But that's
Wildheart.
more Wild Heart. Oh, that's what World Tree was changed to.
No, World Tree is a new path.
Oh, okay. That was
Wild Heart
yeah.
is what Totem Barbarian was.
Yeah.
Oh man, they pooped all over it.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that, but Zealot Barbarian seemed fine. Story wise, from Maraska, I felt like.
I'm about to
that
say,
was
yeah,
totally
Zealot
fine.
Barbarian is thematic to this.
Yeah.
I will say I did play for Everwinter today, and
Yeah.
I died to fucking water thieves after killing like 6 of them.
Ooh,
I had to
Yeah.
restart.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to launch the
Water
game.
You want me to be
Thieves?
real with you? The water thieves are tanky as fuck.
Fuck it, I'll go get my water lost.
Now I'm curious.
It'll give you a second whenever you load up to choose your loadout. Bring shit that do good damage.
I got fucking
Because I brought in a SA-58 and 3 mags later one of those motherfuckers was still alive.
I got the fucking HMG.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, by the way.
I was fucking with the initiative thing the entire time, trying to make it do the -5.
There's a way. There's gotta be a way. I'm
know
still
there
trying to
is.
figure out. There's got to be a way to change it, maybe in D&D Beyond, where you don't have to have that origin feat as well.
Well, if they just update I think the background.
Which
They just haven't-
background were you?
It was from the ruined or whatever.
That I swear that updated.
Yeah, I just recently went in and tried to like turn it off and turn it back on again, essentially, to see if it work. And no, it still has the legacy version of the thing. And I'm like, oh,
Let me take a look at your shit.
that's not what I
real quick.
want.
Okay.
Oh no, I
Certifying.
farted. Ain't bad.
Manage feats. Okay. From fighter.
I'll just scroll down. Actually, it's up top. It's alert.
Oh,
The
shit.
core rules, expanded rules. There we go. It's under the 2014.
I mean, you could just brick Ruined real quick, change the background, and just give yourself some tool proficiencies.
I have 2 days of water left.
also works.
Yeah, just change it to skilled and just give yourself tool proficiencies.
Okay.
That way you effectively get rid of it.
Background.
Okay, ending stream. Everyone say goodbye.
Good night, goodbye.
Goodbye.